Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Forest of Memories. As always, I'm Zaruk-WindCaller, your guardian, your High Remembrancer, and your Arbiter. I hope you're all doing wonderful tonight. We are again returning to Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. I will not be joined alone either. A few of my friends have volunteered, as always, to come in and lend their voices to the characters, and we hope that this will... Hello, Hop. We hope that this will be a calming and a bit of a relaxing scenario for everyone. Sometimes in this game we do talk about, not deep topics, but we do talk about personal topics, things that, everyone can relate to. So I hope you will sit back, relax, make yourselves at home, and enjoy yourselves. And with that, let's get back to the game.
Because it's clear that...
Alright.
When he realizes he's not in balance and literally falls apart.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's clear that Brave and the Bold wanted to set up the fact that, hey, we're going to have some Fallout continuity with this.
Hey,
only to end up just kind of like, Network decided to cut the show short for a new series.
So we're going to make a goofy last episode where Batmite gets the show cancelled.
Oh, right.
As well as bring in...
okay, I'm back.
Okay.
So
Batman got the show canceled?
I have literally been talking for 2 minutes and I realized, hey, Zaruk, turn your mic on. So
whoops.
Yeah, whoops. The classic mistake.
Actually, excuse me, hold on a moment. I think
Oh hush. Yeah. It's the
I gotta figure out how to use the soundboard.
No, it's that Omni-Man, it's that invincible meme of so he goes, so when do I stop having scuffed streams? Streamer is muted. That. Anyway.
Well,
it's always
there's
something.
also the version of when will I remember to stop muting my mic?
Streamer is muted. Yeah. So before we get started,
And it's just nothing.
So before we get started, everybody, once again, let's go through our roll call here. To my left, I have Andrea.
Hello.
Next to her, we have Sirius Starfinder.
Hello.
Next to Sirius, we have Deadpool.
Howdy, y'all.
And of course, next to Deadpool, we have Josiah.
howdy.
So, when we last left off in this game, Rachel and our Banshee friend Renona were talking about basically Renona wondering if she should even continue chasing her dream of being in the opera, considering it's a niche thing and not many people have any interest in it. So who would like to play Rachel?
Well, I don't know, because you haven't shared your screen into chat.
Oh, I haven't. I'm a moron. All right.
So while Zaruk finds his last few brain cells.
There we go. Now you can see it, smartass. Now you can see it.
That golf clap was not me, on the record.
All right. Okay. So Andrea will play Rachel.
I was playing both of them last time.
Well, I can play Renoa for this one.
Oh no.
Go ahead. All right.
Not now.
Commune.
We Banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we would all work together as one. Not your commune, our commune.
In the middle of a street.
Okay, not the joke I was going for, but okay. Our house, yeah.
Thank you for putting that in my head. Go
Yeah.
stand in the corner.
Actually, before we continue, we built this city. There, now it's in your head
Yes.
too. Now it's in your head
We
too.
built this city on rock and roll.
I love that joke. And now,
I-
before we go to break, we built this
Go
city.
back in time.
And he goes, there. Now it's in your head too.
Go back.
Is that
Is it weird that I used? Oh, sorry.
is that accurate to actual Banshee myths? Kinda, Hop. Banshees, it depends on which mythology you're referencing. Some Banshees did have communes in mythology. Others were again, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Others were
mythology.
solitary, I'm sure.
Okay, they were? Okay.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a spirit. They were wailing spirits.
Yeah, isn't it the hags that have communes, I think?
Yeah, hags, witches.
Hags?
I mean, a coven is also a sort of commune.
Yeah. Like gears.
Long distance communism.
Like, you can, Soviet anthem in the distance. Just long distance Soviet anthem. Let's see. Like gears.
Free?
Yeah, like, free? Yeah, nothing. It's for free. Free? I need to get that on the soundboard. That's great. Like gears in a machine. Interesting.
I didn't know that.
But you left the commune, correct? Yes.
Was it difficult?
No, because we're not a cult.
Sorry, I
Definitely
didn't
not a
mean it
cult.
that way.
It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So the reason we don't see a lot of banshees around is it because many still choose to remain in the commune? Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason that I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress. No, that's a tank. That's a tank, sweetie, not a car.
Well, you have to remember, she grew up in a commune.
Yeah. Someone get
Here in my car,
Yeah.
I feel safest of all.
Yeah, no, I guarantee you she loves that song, by the way. Also,
The musical jokes
Yes,
are
also-
just popping off the screen.
Also, get that bitch a tank. Bitches love tanks.
Thank
Oh
you,
my
Alucard.
God.
Yeah. Which is,
Oh my
Somehow
God.
I thought one of you were going
Get
to
out
bring
of
up.
the tank!
yeah, Riona.
One of you were going to bring up
Yeah.
Macross,
Yeah.
because that's technically a mobile fortress.
Which is
Oh,
why.
God, Zaruk,
Which is why.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
you just remind me of a quote from a very good friend of mine.
What's that?
Oh
who
dear.
is known for saying very silly things. Andrean probably has heard some of these statements.
I have.
This is a quote from, I believe it was him.
Oh, dear.
Roll up in a stolen Russian tank. It's an instant panty dropper.
No, the only thing dropping is all the. No. The only thing dropping is all the parts falling off that. The only thing dropping are all the parts falling off that tank. That's the only thing dropping. Have you not? Have you not seen that video? Like, I know I've shown Sirius this video, but it's a clip of a dude in Russia who walks out to this car. And he's like, he's like, I'm sick of the Russian car industry, and he kicks it, and the car literally falls apart in front of him.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
How did they go from the Lada to that?
Why did how did Russia go from being one of the scariest things in the world to getting its ass kicked by Ukraine? So, I mean,
Well,
Economy.
I would personally say that part hasn't changed. Finland.
that is true. Russia seems to have a
Checks
bad.
out.
Russia has a habit of getting its ass kicked by its tiny neighbors. So,
To
Well,
be fair,
think- yeah.
to be fair, the second rule of ground warfare: don't fuck with Finland.
yeah, that's
Yeah, don't fuck with the Finns. They will hand you your ass.
Yeah. Also, rule 2 of.
It just dawned on me.
What's that?
It's the ninja inversion law.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, conservation of ninjutsu.
Yeah.
You're talking about conservation. Okay. Well, another thing to consider.
Ninja.
Another thing to consider is, if they weren't able to fiercely defend themselves, they wouldn't be Russia's neighbors.
That's true. Also, don't forget rule 2 of fighting. Rule 2 of why you don't fight the Finns. We've seen what a methed up Finn can do.
Another one is Simo Haiwa.
Yeah, well, yeah, White Death and then literal White Death.
Yeah.
White Death and White Fueled Death.
Yeah. Anyway, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic? Well,
A mobile fortress, huh? Never thought
Even
of
in
cars that
traffic?
way, but
You-
that's interesting. So when you said everyone has a specific role, what do you mean by that?
Tank, healer, DPS.
Sorry, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
well, we don't have a Banshee Culture Center anywhere. Time to start one then. Perhaps it's best if I use a specific example, such as my mother's role. Oh? Her role is to trade. In the event that we need to increase our supply or sell our products, or are simply in need of some negotiating, it is my mother who will do the job. She must travel to the nearest city or town in order to exchange goods. And she's our representative when other communities need to discuss things with us.
Right.
Everyone's work has equal weight. One is in charge of food and drink, another is in charge of all of our laundry. Everyone has a responsibility to set up schedules and organize the collection of goods.
So, like, does each role only have one bearer at a time?
No, sometimes there are two or more, depending on the power needed. It's all about balance.
I see. Interesting.
You know what would be another fictional creature that would have a massive negative stigma surrounding them in this universe? Sirens. Actually, I don't...
They are in this.
No, not really.
Yeah, they are in this universe. It's like Rachel says in the first game, and mentions kind of offhand in this one, but mostly in the first game, that sirens are musicians.
Yeah,
or like
sirens tend to be
deep singers, idols, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Very inclined towards putting their hereditary, for lack of a better term, vocal talents.
Yep. So,
To,
but you are right, Hop. They probably weren't accepted at first, given the mythology.
oh no.
Probably
no.
Because remember, the ones
Well,
that's
we
kinda,
there's
yeah.
this is also a very different world. So.
Yeah, it is a very different world, but they do mention in like some in the first game, like if you like you get different conversations depending on like if you give people the right drink or not. And one of the things that's brought up in the first game is that the reason, and Lucas even mentions it in this game, one of the things is that the more humanoid races were rapidly accepted over the others. So like orcs, dwarves, elves, Neko Mimi, who basically look human enough. Like those were easy stepping stones.
Werewolves.
Yes, the werewolves were also easily accepted. Same thing with with vampires, surprisingly.
Yeah, vampires.
But the others that are a bit,
Tilla.
Yeah. The ones that have a bit more of a little bit more of a asterisk next to them.
40% or more animal features.
Something like that, yeah. Does your mom still fulfill her role to this day? Yes.
I heard someone walking.
There's a look.
Although, there are times when I wish she would retire.
Ooh.
Andrea.
Why?
She is doing a good job with it. But the role truly changed her.
Oh.
She had to endure your years of animosity. She had to negotiate everyone's way out of trouble. Or to simply defend the commune. That is a really heavy burden. It is, but she refuses to accept any help offered to her. Why?
Because it's because it has become her identity, I think. Hello?
Oh, you're here.
Yeah, hi lady. I
I
opened
was
the
starting
door.
to wonder when you were going to say something.
Yeah, I love how the camera just kept just scooching over so we could see who it was.
I know, right?
I'd introduce myself, but I want to hear Riona's story.
Fine by me.
It is as Mr. Lucas said.
I thought we were already past all the formality stuff. Am I wrong?
Well, you still call her lady. You still call her lady.
He is.
And I call
Lady
me
is
a man,
speaking.
so...
Lady is speaking.
Whoops. Okay, sorry.
Oh my gosh, they're cute.
It is as Lucas said. Our discussion the other day led to the same conclusion for me as well. My mother's protective instincts turned into an angry sense of pride. Oh. So while she performs her role very well, her anger often gets the best of her. How quick such positive traits quickly become negative stigmas.
Or neutral roles suddenly become a defining feature.
Yeah. Things are way calmer for our commune now, so I am thankful for that. But unfortunately, the damage has already been done. Right.
That's when I understood why she was angry too.
Second.
If your mom has dealt with haters all her life, and you were pretty much in the front seat for all of that, ugh. Tough.
I guess I can relate in some ways. The Negomimi culture is also quite strict, although nowhere as rigid as yours. We're heavily stereotyped as being very mid.
Mid?
Like, mediocre in all ways aside from being pretty and cute. Although, don't get me wrong, I am cute. But it makes me wonder, you know? How much of our survival instincts turned into bad stereotypes? Things have changed so much for everyone. Which means we should have moved on from terrible prejudices decades ago, right?
Ha! No. No. Yeah. Ha, to quote Alistair, ha! No. Unfortunately, yeah, we should have.
I feel like that would be a good sound alert.
Yeah.
Ha!
That's
No.
not how progress works.
Yeah, okay. I have to give this series one thing. I have to give a lot of series nowadays one thing. When I was a kid, maybe the whole idea of, one day there'll be a world without prejudice or anything. But as an adult, I'm like, no, the games and other media need to fess up and realize this is never going away. All we can do is basically make it better. But we're never going to get rid of it.
It's a love of power,
Yeah.
power of love thing.
Yeah.
It's also just human nature. It's like humans are wired very unpleasantly in many ways. Let's
Yep.
put it that way.
Wired to be lazy, wired to be aggressive, wired to be survivalist. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Isn't it weird how literally top of the food chain, most dominant species, and yet we're still willing to argue tooth and nail over stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose it's because we have the freedom to do so.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
And
But a
that's
small
something to-
percentage of that just as a result of how much we've a need for more materialistics
Yeah.
versus necessities.
That plus there's an inherent argument to be had that, unfortunately, if you want a world without prejudice, you need one without free will.
Yeah.
The tragedy is you can't take away someone's right to be an asshole.
Yeah.
You can judge them for it, you can tell them they're being an asshole, and you can treat them accordingly, but they still have the right to be an asshole.
Yeah. Technically, the only way you get, as I heard someone say once in a DC comic, you can make those people go away, but you'd have to kill them. To which Jason Todd was like, yeah, that's the point. And I'm like, no, Jason, it's not. Like,
No,
Jason, what are you doing? Jason, stop.
Jason, put the gun down.
No.
It's like that
Jason,
comic.
what did you get today?
I mean, technically, at this juncture, I have not yet been reintroduced to the Bat family, so lethal force is still okay
Lethal
in my
Force
book.
is still authorized. I just remember the whole, Batman. It was a joke, but I still love it. Where Batman's talking to Red Hood, and he's like, "If you kill a murderer, there's still a murderer left on the streets." And Jason is like, "That's why I'm gonna kill 20 murderers, because then there's only because then there'll be 19 dead murderers and only one murderer still alive." What's that?
I've seen that
reminded
argument,
of,
but it was Deadpool.
Yeah, I have. I've also, and I know I've sent. I know I've sent Andrea this, but Cataclysm. If you're editing this, you can put it up later. But there's a clip. There's a meme of Shar Aznable laughing, and it says, He goes like, you know the old saying about revenge? Make sure you dig 2 graves. What a stupid saying. I'm gonna kill way more than 2 people.
I know the one.
And as Andrea also knows, the joke of, he goes like, that's not true. I've never betrayed anyone. Ever. Cut to everyone that Shar asked.
The punchline to the punchline.
Yeah. Ever.
Betrayal means that he trusted them back.
Yeah, that's the thing. Shar, he goes, you have to trust someone to betray them.
Yep. So in that regard,
And what makes it that montage even more funnier, and that might just be the version I saw. They included a clip of him saying that he's my best friend. I would never kill him. Hard cut to his exact moment where he decides to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
I
again.
just have one thing before we continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
going
why
back to,
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Sirius.
going back to the Jason thing for a moment, because I got something in my head that I just wanted to share. For some reason, I'm just imagining Alfred like, Master Jason, put the bat grenade launcher away.
You say that, but there have been
Adam
several.
was Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, there is literally a moment in the comics where Alfred says, I never thought I would have to say this, but please exit the dinosaur's buttocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one scene. I don't remember what comic it was from, but I've seen it online. Alfred's loading a shotgun. He says, I believe you are laboring under the assumption that I would abide by my master's
No kill rule.
no kill rule. Let me assure you, I have no such restrictions.
Yeah. Like.
Oh no, everyone knows you do not step up to Alfred Penny.
Yeah. This. Like,
Oh, no.
People.
Because it's
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah. But
It's like if anybody was.
My
Sorry.
all-time favorite example of that is in the comics line for Injustice.
yeah, where he beats up Superman.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love that. And you get to actually see like the difference between Superman's outfit and Alfred's attire throughout all of that, because even though Alfred's outfit is being torn to shreds, he is beating the crap fulfilly out of Superman.
Yeah. And go ahead, Josiah.
Alfred should have been a DLC character for Injustice 2.
It just makes me realize like it's a good thing Batman exists, because if Batman was ever to be killed, Alfred's gonna shoot every villain in Gotham twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically. So go ahead, Andrea.
okay. So why are there still so many?
Take it
So
down.
why are so many still stuck with outdated and bad perceptions?
Actually, that's exactly why. Life is complicated, and change is hard.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of that.
Sorry I didn't give a better smile there, Zaruk. Learning and unlearning stuff takes time and mental energy, right?
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Yeah.
So true,
Yoda.
young Monk Master. And there are billions of living beings in this world. And that's why many folks use their worlds to a size they can handle. All based on their priorities, of course. I mean, it's no different from how everyone chooses content to consume.
Andrea.
Time.
Ah,
Yeah, and sadly, different culture is probably one of the last things on most people's minds. Unless you already have a vested interest in it, then it's a different story.
that makes sense.
We all need to survive. I understand that. However, I feel some things just shouldn't be excused. Things we do, the principles we hold. All of it has an impact on others.
Hey, how you doing? Well, I'm doing just fine. I lied, I'm dying inside.
Hi, Passive. Thank you. In one way or another. Right.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, by the way, Did Pops contact you, lady? You know, out that tree.
Oh, he did, but...
What tree?
Oh, we're gonna be here a while. It's a long story.
Oh, just fade out and fade in. That's how we do it.
Sure, keep your smelly secrets.
No, this is perfect. You should listen too.
Lucas?
The more exposure this gets, the better.
Lucas? Oh, so you're gonna tell me?
From the very beginning, I even brought
Lucas?
some animatics, and I upgraded to colored pencils.
Gosh.
But before I forget, lady, did you have something to say to me? Since you texted me and all.
Oh, yeah. Go on, Riona, say it.
Oh. So, about your show,
Yeah? You're in, right?
are you still unsure about the format?
Well, I'm still trying to put it all in order on paper. So, and if, like, I know I want to do a podcast, deep dive, and a showcase. But I'm still trying to figure out a great way to fit them all in nicely.
That's easy to do. Like, a podcast and a deep dive can be done the same way. You don't need cameras for that. You can just, like, unless you want to do it that way, but you just need microphones and good recording equipment for that. If you want
I think he's trying to hit multiple platforms at once.
I mean, that's fair, but I mean, that's the thing. You can't stretch yourself out like that. Like, for the deep, for like the showcase, that I get. You're gonna need a stage. You're gonna need performing stuff. That makes sense.
You're gonna need a camera.
Yeah, but like for podcast stuff, you don't. Some people use cameras for their podcast, but other people just use their voices. So,
The courtesy flush.
yeah.
Once I'm done, I'll let you know for sure.
What are you planning to show anyway? How do you think it'll help the guests?
Ooh, curious, aren't we? Basically, I want to cover stuff that's interesting and underrated from around the city. I almost said around the world. I'm not ready for that yet. And beyond, if it takes off. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Nah, scratch that. I know it'll take off.
That's some confidence you have there. Even though you're not even sure what the format will be?
Tut. I know, I might not know the exact format yet. But all the elements need to make a good show are locked and loaded already.
Really? What are they?
Now please don't judge me too hard, only light groans. Well, there's already so much content out there, right? And you can't deny that today's audience gets bored easily. If something doesn't appeal to them immediately, they'll just click away. So, how to keep them engaged and stick with us, you ask? Well, from my experience, you need roughly 5 things down pat to keep a show going. The first one being the format itself, which ironically is the only thing I don't have yet. Anyway, a proper format has good consistency. Could be the way the show is cut or how the information flows. It's to build familiarity with the audience, and it makes things easier for the creator too.
That makes sense.
The next thing you need is topics. Sure, you can have a main theme for your show, like singing or cooking or anything really. Having a theme is essential, but getting topics flowing is essential. Because even singing will need more than one song, right? Same with cooking. You need to show many techniques, recipes, all that jazz,
That's true.
right? Since the goal of the show is to shine and spotlight on all things underrated, I figure it should start small and nearby, but still have the potential to grow. And what's better for that than exploring this city and its inhabitants' depth?
Not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah, a comment on his previous point. Eggy!
Yeah, Eggy. Yeah.
Ginger!
Ginger, 7 him.
God.
Do you not know what we're talking about?
Oh, I do. I do.
Okay.
I'm just like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Honey! Mean!
No.
Especially since
Juice.
Yeah, moo juice. Calories don't count on Christmas. It says these require 3 cups of sugar, 2 to 4 cups of sugar for kids. Screw that. Screw. He goes like, "Can I be a kid, please?" Or, trying to think of the I'm trying to think of some of the other things he says. Downshift. Yeah, downshift. Start up the blender. This is my patented whisk from the 1950s. It's only electrocuted me twice.
But
I wonder if he
has
regrets some of his
topics.
catchphrases sometimes.
he has topics.
Yeah.
The recipes.
Yeah. And that's okay. Can I, like, as funny as that was, I gotta get real for a minute. That's actually one of the questions I'm constantly asking myself when I'm streaming, because Lucas does make a good point. We're in the digital age we're in today, people will just click away instantly if they don't.
They'll get bored.
Yeah, they'll click away instantly.
Boredom is a how did that song put it?
Andrea.
Boredom is a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, Andrea makes a good point. But I would like to get my point out first. The thing is that people do watch for a small amount of time, and if they're not interested, they click away. Now, here's the thing. Honestly, like, with the VODs and everything, I don't care. If people are like, if people only get like a few seconds of enjoyment out of it, great. They watch the whole, listen to the whole thing in the background, great. They watch here's the thing. I don't even watch my VODs all the way through. I can't do it for 2 reasons. 1, I was already there. I know what's going to happen. And 2, there are times where I think that I'm just boring. Like, I keep hearing myself,
You're not.
Well, I know you think that. But again, you're always going to be your own worst critic. So,
This is
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To me, I always think I'm like, okay, Zaruk, you could sound a little bit more enthused, or you could sound a little less bored. Like, I think, and to be fair,
I'll take honest opinions over trying to make yourself sound more enjoyable or fun.
Yeah.
and I know,
That's why you're always
Yeah.
so enjoyable to watch. It's
Why-
because you're honest with yourself and your audience.
and I appreciate that. And it's, my little brother actually watched one of the VODs once, and he mentioned, he goes like, here's the thing, I think you've already got the interaction part down.
Mhm.
It's just the fact that you need, he goes like, here's the thing. There are some streamers who even have bigger numbers who've never gotten the rhythm down of how to interact with the chat at the right time, but you're always interacting. And what'll happen is, as you get more and more and more people, you'll develop a rhythm of basically checking the chat, playing the game, checking the chat, playing the game. And that'll help with a second monitor and stuff in the future. But right now, you already interact with people, something that a lot of new streamers don't do. They don't pay attention to their chat. You're always looking and interacting. He goes like, now granted, he goes like, as I am critiquing, there are times where you get so engrossed in a game that you forget to commentate, but then again, that's everyone. Everyone can get so
And then there are
sucked into a
games
game
where it mandatory needs you to be.
to concentrate, yeah. Like,
Yep.
Also, if I may,
yeah, go
I
ahead.
may answer your concern about how you said, oh, don't sound so bored. Do you know who was the host of one of the most interesting documentaries I've ever watched?
Ken Burns, or I don't know.
No.
Who?
Ben Bueller-Stein.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I won't go into it because it might become hot button issue to some people, what he went a deep dive on. but I will say that it's not. If Ben Stein who's the poster child for monotone, can make a topic interesting, I think you're doing just fine, compadre.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not like, I know there's a lot of like, I know that they're like, and I guarantee one of the things he's going to mention is that you need to have like something that sticks out about you, and that's why people want to watch. Here's the thing, I'm not like, you know, like a lot of the bigger streamers who have that like explosion of energy. That ain't me. Now I do get excited. You guys have seen me get excited and have fun, but I don't have.
You're
like,
in it right now.
Yeah, but I'm not like Ninja, for example. I can't do that. I can't do like...
You aren't larger than life.
No.
But honestly, that's what draws some of us to you.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, I told myself when I started streaming, and I still stand by this, that no matter what happened as I made adjustments, I always had to keep... I still have to tell myself this, and I think everyone can agree with this. Like, in general, everything you do... life in general, or just whatever you're passionate in, is a work in progress. There are always going to be changes. There are always going to be things like, there's nothing wrong with looking at what you're doing and think, you know, in the future I could probably make some edits here and there. I could do a few tweaks here and there. The key is to not let that consume you, because because very similar to Renona's mom becoming too prideful in her work because it was all she did. The issue is that if you only look at all the things you could do better, you suddenly switches from self-improvement
it spirals.
It goes from self-improvement to comparing
self-deprecation.
And comparing yourself to others that you'll never be able to compare yourself to. Like, I mean,
you can only be yourself.
Yeah, correct. You can only be who you want to be. We are, as the good cowboy Jim Raynor said, we are who we choose to be. And there's a lot of weight to those words. And sometimes, I don't know.
A sequin shirt helps.
Yeah, that does help. But again, there are many ways to choose who you want to be. Like, everyone, that's kind of the thing. Like, think about it for a minute. Everyone, like, has sometimes one part or multiple parts of themselves that give you an idea of who they are. It could be how they dress, how they take care of themselves, how they look. Now, on the surface, yes, we are told don't judge a book by its cover. That's true. But you can
also not possible.
Yeah. But it's also... But, in that same vein, we kind of need that, because if you take a look at someone and the way they hold themselves up or the way they see themselves is not good, yeah, that's usually not a good sign. It's, again, as I've said before, we're always going to be our own worst critic. And sometimes it does take a little motivation from others to kind of, you know, pick yourself up and get yourself moving. Like, trust me.
I know that.
We all know that. But I think one thing is that once people get you up and moving, a sign that you are improving and actually do care about what people, you know, what the people close to you think and what you think of yourself, is that you keep running. There's a difference between someone who gets helped up by their friends and keeps going, and the person who needs their friends to carry them all the way to the end. Neither one of them are bad, but the person who gets, it's okay to have your friends carry and support you, but eventually, you need to start walking and running on your own. Because the biggest challenges are accomplished by those around you and yourself, but there are some challenges that you have to overcome. Because if you don't, well, I mean, yeah, no progress is made. I mean, we've talked about this before, how change is not necessarily a bad thing. Everything changes. The world, you, the people around you, not a bad thing. But...
Distant Zinchian laughing.
Yes, I'm sure the bird god is laughing. No, I agree. There's distant Zinchian cackling somewhere. But...
Just as planned.
Yeah, just all according to Keikaku. But...
Translator's note.
Keikaku means planned. Yeah. So, but let's address... But back on the thing we were mentioning, like... again, change and improvement are not bad things because they help. Because again, focusing on them all the time is a bad thing because it will lead to self-deprecation. But noticing the things that could be better, striving for improvement, that is not a crime. That is not a bad thing. Trying to improve yourself is never a bad thing because the more you improve, the better you get. Are you going to be perfect? No, but you could sure as hell try. So there are it's one of the things with me when I've told y'all, as you've seen in streams, or I've told people, I do variety stuff because I don't really have maybe I do have a niche, but I like doing a variety of games because it reaches more people. It allows me to experience, multiple ways of inflecting and, demonstrating who I am. It gets me to play with tons of different people, some of which y'all are in here. So,
and it also allows us to get a good view of what makes Zaruk Zaruk.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that I feel like if you limit yourself, I've told some of this, the reason I don't limit myself to one or two, 3 or 4 games is because if I do that, sure, I'll get really good at those games, but
you will also stagnate.
Yeah, and I feel like I won't really get to show what I like and what I want to do. For example, I've said this before, I'm not a big fan of Amogus. I'm not. It's not that. It's
social deduction games.
Yeah, not for me.
All right.
But Draco Nick did invite me to be part of that Goose Duck game tomorrow, and I'm gonna give it a shot. Here's hoping I don't and I'm gonna be watching Badger's video about Among Us tonight to remind myself of how to do it. So again, loud equals innocent. So I'm probably gonna be very loud. But
be sure to name yourself who.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. But I think.
Okay, then name yourself you.
Look, I think. Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Yeah. Wait, who's?
So I'm referencing H2O Delirious.
Yeah, I know.
That.
I know you are. Yeah, who's on first? What's on second? Yeah.
I love that joke.
Yeah, same here.
And I don't give a darn.
Yeah, it's on third.
He's the shortstop. He's the shortstop.
Yeah. Oh wait. Okay. Before we get back to the game, deep talk over. I have to mention this because it's funny. Real quick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for people who are watching this or watching the VOD. This is one of those chats where we can be both very thought provoking and just talk with each other, but also be dumb
just share shit posters.
Yeah, just shit posting. So, but okay, I have to tell you this at work today. So while I was at work, one of my coworkers needed to go get a one of those shelf carts from the 3rd floor. We're on the 1st floor. She needed to go up to the 3rd floor and get one of those rolling carts to move some stuff around. So while she was going up there,
a dolly?
No. I'm talking about it actually has 2 shelves on it. So before she went up there, our supervisor was like, "Hey, where you going?" And I'm guessing she had a Freudian slip because or either that or the way she described it was the 2 words she tried to say cart and she tried to say track because they're all, some people call them track carts. But instead what come out was, "I'm going to the 3rd floor for crack." And everyone turned and looked at her. And she's like, she was like, "Wait, no, that's not what I meant." And again, we're a very pretty good bunch, so we were all laughing about it. One of our other coworkers was laughing so hard she was snorting over in the corner. And our supervisor was like, I love what he said. He's like, "Well, I'm not going to stop you, but you better give me the number of that supplier so I can get a hit too." So,
and that is how you know you have a good boss.
Yeah. This is also the same boss who one day, when I was working with him one day, we were joking about we were going through a bunch of papers and we're seeing all the really weird names people have. And y'all have heard the joke about the guy named Shathid, right? Please tell me. Oh,
no.
Okay. Do I? Okay.
No, but I heard the story of the man called Stand Still. Actual name.
Wait, are you talking about Sneed's? We're talking about Sneed's?
No, hold on a minute. 1 second.
No, Shathid. S-H-I-T.
Hold on, my camera just died. Hold on.
Oh no! Quick, someone toss a phoenix down. Or
Hey, bring in the dancing mariachis.
Okay. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
Okay, I don't know why my camera just, hold on. Ah, great. Okay, so I know what happened. What ends up happening is that, hold on. I actually have to... Alright, I gotta turn this off. So what happens is that it overloaded everything. So all of my...
that's what I heard.
Yeah, all of my stuff just went out.
It couldn't handle Zaruk's content.
No, it wasn't that. It's just, when so much stuff is happening at once, it kind of overloads all of the applications. So I have to, like... Yeah, hold on.
It couldn't handle the memes.
Give me a second. I'm sorry. I should have,
It's
like...
right. It happens.
Yeah, no kidding. Give me a second. What's worse is that my, okay. Hi, baby. Hold on. Oh, why am I...
Show love 100. Hi sweet cheeks
Really?
tilde. Hello Andrea. Hi Sirius. Hi Deadpool.
There was
Hi
actually
Abaddon.
something I wanted to tack on
Hype
to that
love
thing
one Zaruk
earlier,
W
but
smile
now it just
Zaruk
feels
George.
inappropriate and poorly timed.
I need to... Like,
Yeah.
The problem, like, I'm trying to... It's just everything freezes, and I'm trying to, like... Causes my, like, the models jumping around. I think I got it now. We should be okay. So...
Okay.
Wait. Are you talking about... Is this a name thing kind of like the Scunthorpe problem?
No, okay. So, since I can't type it out in non-speakers because my computer decided to have a fit, it's literally a guy whose name is spelled shithead, but it's pronounced Shatheed. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
so
I got it.
the thing is, I was explaining that joke to one of my coworkers, and I even wrote it out to explain the joke because she didn't get it. I'm like, it spelled like this. And she thought that was hilarious. The next day, my supervisor found that sticky note and wanted to know why I had written the name, written shithead on it. And I was like, were you not here for that story? He's like, what story? And I got to tell him the story.
No.
And he thought, that was, he's like, please tell me that's a joke. I'm like, it is a joke, but I have met a guy named that. So, I have.
He works in politics.
Oh.
No. No. I wish. No, that would be great, but no. So the real life Shatheed, who I met, nicest guy in the world. He's really great. But when I met him and found out what his name was, you know, because he comes from an Arabic family, I told him point blank, I'm like, you know your name is yes, and your parents willingly yes, and nobody had any no. I was like, have people made fun of? Oh yes. Like he knew every
All
question.
the jokes.
Yeah.
No, sir, I do not have ESP.
I actually
There we
have
go, we're
a
good.
similar story to that.
All right, go ahead.
So it's not exactly the same, not nearly as funny as Zaruk's, but so my mom, I forget what language it is specifically. I think it's Arabic. My mother got me and my brother's names tattooed on her wrist.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
somebody noticed this who is a native speaker of the language. Again, don't quote me on this. I don't remember what the language is exactly. But he was sitting on the bus next to her and he said, "Excuse me, madam, why do you have death written on your wrist?" Apparently, and she was like, "No, you have to read it the English way, going the other way." Apparently, my name backwards in a specific language is death.
Well,
That's
That's
honestly
intimidating.
kind of cool.
yeah,
That
is
is-
kind of cool. That's metal as
That's-
fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty
Metal.
metal. That's pretty metal.
Wait, so does that does that mean wait a minute, does that mean if you learn this language you could literally use your name to tell someone to die?
Yes.
I
Well, if I write it
mean,
backwards, yeah.
pretty sure that means if you write it down, you've got a death note.
Yeah?
Yes.
We'll be here all day. We'll be here all
John, I'm
night,
gonna
folks.
punch you for that one.
Anyway, so continuing. Oh,
Hold on. You get what I'm saying, right?
I can see there are many interesting topics to discuss.
Yeah, like locations, events, history.
Yes, and many interesting individuals to meet.
Definitely. Projects, side projects, plenty of things to cover. I've made a blood
Makes
pact with
sense.
Zaruk to not mention this place.
What's next?
Know your audience. Honestly, in this internet era, you need to appeal to everyone. Why do I suddenly have that narrator that does all those 1950s to 1960s film reels?
Yeah. Why do I get
Cares at chat.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting called out. But continue.
If you do it right, you can target one type of audience and still get lots of eyes. Fortunately, I have my base audience already. And since the show will be in a completely new format, a lot of them will reject it.
Because people do not like change?
No, because I fully understood my audience. That's right. But honestly, that's fine. I'm trying to attract an audience that's more open-minded and can help elevate the stuff we're going to spotlight. Like, say, if we cover musicians, they'll go to their sites or live shows. Some cool neighborhood project, they'll be eager to check it out. A cool coffee shop, they might be interested in a visit.
Damn.
I love wink wink.
Zaruk idly contemplates the sledgehammer.
Nah, I prefer the clicks.
Oh.
Anyway, you all know what I mean. The next thing is audio quality, great visuals and edits. You know the drill.
Of course.
And the last thing you need for a good show is great company. I prefer what the other guy said.
Yeah.
Me! Hey, what's with the awkward silence?
Oh, you really
Awkward
jokes are
silence.
funny.
Awkward silence.
Oh no, I thought of something else.
Yeah.
Dun dun da da dun da 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 dun.
Yeah, awkward silence. Yeah. See,
I've
That's
not
a
heard
rugby
that
chant
one
here.
before.
yeah.
I mean, personality and smarts. Okay, mostly personality. To find info, you need to be resourceful. And to rely and relay information well, you need a good personality, right?
Yeah, fair.
Well, I'm your guy. Why? What's so funny? Am I not the perfect guy?
I mean,
I'm noticing. Can I just say I'm noticing Lucas slowly slipping into Shatnerian speech cadence.
I'm cool with that. I think that's funny.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just I'm noticing slowly the spirit of William Shatner is approaching.
He's not dead. Shatter's not
He is
dead.
I'm
Shatner
happy
is
that
just
somebody
eternal.
finally put two and two together where I was trying to go with his voice.
Am I
So I
not?
just want to ask.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask before we continue because him asking if he was perfect kind of calls back to this. What I wanted to say earlier was, has anyone here seen Bleach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where.
I know,
Wait, I know where you're going with this. The truth of the matter is, I despise perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The strive for it to be good as or better than anything, but not perfect. Because once you reach perfect, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And even then, like,
Yeah.
to be perfect just allows you to be just kind of like blown apart by something that you're not prepared for.
Yeah, Sirius said it. Perfection is a dead end. Yeah. Also, I love it. Say, am I not the perfect guy? Yeah, just the shit. I get. Look, again, the Shatner. You're doing good, Deadpool. I approve of this. Though I should note, fun fact. So for those who don't know, maybe you've lived under a rock, or maybe you don't know who William Shatner is. William Shatner is Captain Kirk from the original Star Trek, like back in the 60s and 70s. One thing, it should be noted that Mr. Shatner actually got to go to space recently. I think it was like last year sometime. He got to go into space. Let's just say the trip did not give him a very happy feeling, because when he got back, he said that he actually had an existential crisis while he was up there, rather than, you know how most people see the planet and it kind of opens their eyes to how small everything is, and like that they don't need to be worried about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had the opposite thought process. He had the thought process of nothing I do matters because everything's so small and nobody matters. Like, he had a very nihilistic, crisis up there.
Yeah.
To climb the mountain.
I know I probably shouldn't do this,
Go ahead.
but I'm just imagining him stepping out of the shuttle and then going, Spock, I saw the face of God, and I wept.
Unfortunately, R.I.P. Leonard Nimoy. But yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Galvatron.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was Galvatron. I forgot about
Wait,
that.
seriously?
Yeah, in the in the Transformers
in the
movie.
80s animated Transformers movie, he is the voice of Galvatron.
Mm-hmm.
How did I
And it's his voice that I will always picture back to
Yep.
Coronation Star Scream.
This
is bad comedy.
Megatron?
And here's a hint.
Yeah. Megatron? You live? Here's a hint. Yeah, just
Okay, I need to draw Galvatron aboard the Enterprise now.
Well,
it should also
Galvatron flying in wingtip with
And yes.
with
NCC 1701. Yeah. Also, it should be noted. Yes, Amina is correct. Leonard Nimoy is also the voice of Xehanort. Yes, he is.
he was saying
Yes, old Xehanort.
What?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I can see that now. Yes, he was. He was old Xehanort. Yeah.
Who's there not?
He's
Xehanort's
such a cool guy.
the antagonist of Kingdom, like the overall antagonist of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
old man in the chair. Yeah. Yeah. So, again, Leonard Nimoy did a lot. A lot of people don't know he did a lot of voice roles. He was also the king in Atlantis, the Disney movie. He was the king that he did
Oh,
that.
yeah. How about that?
Let's see. Yeah, the OG old Xehanort. He also, what I didn't know was that apparently, so this is funny, he was apparently lined up to make a cameo or make appearance in, in My Little Pony, because it turns out Leonard Nimoy, thanks to his family, I think he has like a few granddaughters and everything. He actually watched the show with them and was actually a fan of the show, even saying that he liked how it kind of opened people's minds and reached out to millions of people.
that was kind of always
Yeah.
Nimoy's thing, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was. Leonard Nimoy was about opening people's minds to ideas and making people more open-minded. It said so. He said so in his books, his biography. He said so in interviews. But the thing is, he was supposed to do an episode where he voiced a character. One problem. Unfortunately, when they wanted to do it, he was already gone by that point. So, but someone else got tapped for it. They went, I forgot the name of the studio that made the show, but the studio was like, well, we can't get Leonard Nimoy, so who else can we get? And looping right back to what we've been talking about, they went and tapped William Shatner to do the voice. So so William Shatner got to play one of the characters, and what's really funny about it is that if you go and watch that episode, you don't hear it at first, but then when the character gets angry, you can hear the Shatner inflections, where he stutters and cuts himself off. That's he walks over his own lines. I'm like, that's Shatner. That's Shatner. That's Shatner.
Oh, you know who else Nimoy voiced?
Who?
He voiced Jekyll and Hyde in The Page Master.
Oh shit, you're right. He did. Damn it. He did do that.
Oh, I know.
I've seen
I know
that
what I'm
film.
going to be watching after this.
I've seen that film.
Yep. he did a lot. That's the thing. Leonard Nimoy is like that is basically like one of the like pillars of the nerd community because he would go on to do like tons of other funny stuff. Oh, and don't forget,
He's also
oh, go ahead.
he's also done some very interesting things. Anybody remember Y2K?
Yes, and
Yeah,
if you
he-
and don't forget
He
go ahead.
No,
he hosted a 1-hour documentary on Y2K.
And
It was an interesting thing that happened.
and don't forget, he also did the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
Oh
wife.
yeah.
Yeah, the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. Yeah. Don't look that up. Don't look that up. Don't.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
it was part of, I think that was part of his show where, he tried to like find things and punchline. He never really found anything, but basically
Yeah.
what the show was that it was supposed to put a light on things that people did not know. Like there was like a decent people who thought Sherlock Holmes was a real person.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. There was. Oh, go ahead.
But
Sorry.
I wish to pontificate a bit of something that surprised me on Leonard Nimoy.
Uh-huh.
I doubt any of you have ever heard of Francis the Talking
The talking
Francis the what?
the Talking Mule. It
No.
was a series. It was a series of black and white films of a super intelligent donkey named Francis, who I forget the human's name. Who they form a bond, and with his help manages to get his human buddy out of a lot of jams, as well as like put medals onto him. A running gag with it is that nobody believes him when he tells them the truth that Francis is a super intelligent people. Leads to very hilarious things.
Oh,
In the second film,
go ahead. Sorry.
Leonard Nimoy makes a cameo as a non-speaking extra, and it is super jarring seeing him so babyface. Like I'll look up the title of the film now, but it's like he is in that, and that is his first official film role.
Huh. Oh, and of course,
mean-
before we
I mean, I
continue-
guess you can say he didn't make an ass of himself then.
I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you get one. Everyone gets one. I should mention, and of course,
Won't get one.
and of course, Andrea also knows Leonard Nimoy because if you play Star Trek Online, Leonard Nimoy does the voice of the narration and also tells you when your captain has leveled up, basically.
Yep.
I believe, didn't Nimoy also do some of the
It's
narration
Spock's voice.
for Civ 5?
Yes, he did. He did the whole thing actually. The Civ 5
He did?
narration. Yes, he did. And it should-
Honestly, his narration is top notch.
It should also be mentioned that so originally, this is one little fun fact before we get back to the game. In Star Trek Online, when a few years after Leonard Nimoy passed, and the game went through a few updates, they were going to have someone else do the captain lines and everything because new levels were added, new stuff was added, so they wanted to do a different thing. The outcry from the community and the people, even if you weren't a Star Trek fan, the people who played the games in the community was so large that the company thought about it and backed down for a bit. But then they went and reached out to a surprise. They reached out to Vic Mignogna, who does play one of the characters in STO, depending on what background you give your character. They asked him to do it, and he flatly told them, to paraphrase, go fuck yourself. He's like, I'm not doing that. He told them, I will not do that, ever. He was like,
Also worth mentioning, in all the major social zones of the game, there are monuments. And hang on. There's names on the monument that scroll by.
Isn't one of them Leonard Nimoy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so. I think also Scotty's actor's also there too.
I believe so too, yeah.
So anyway, oh yeah, and that's another little fun fact. The original Scotty, something Doohan, I don't know how you say his name. His son,
James Doohan.
yeah, James Doohan's son, Chris Doohan, now plays Scotty in all things Star Trek. Now, which I think is hilarious.
Nice.
Anyway, let's see.
Oh yeah, I found the film name. For anybody who wishes to look it up, it's a brief cameo, keep that in mind, but it's called Francis Goes to West Point.
Okay. Okay, on that topic, let's
That
continue.
sounds like a very
Interesting.
silly
Bombshell.
film.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very silly film.
Yeah.
Resourceful, huh? Really?
Oh, so that is what you're questioning, huh?
Just saying. Because didn't you say that you're new to the city? So...
Oh, I see. I see how it is.
But you've really thought this through. I'm kind of impressed.
Thank you. Probably won't be anywhere near as big as your talk show. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, I hear the shot
Huh?
now.
Rumor has it that your manager is trying to get your old girl band back together. And I heard there'll be a talk show or something.
Oh? Really?
How did you hear that?
Tut tut. No, wait.
Tisk tisk.
I have my ways. I didn't get the info from any shady sources. Promise.
Well, okay, I'll give you that, resourceful guy. But your information is outdated already.
Oh?
Because I won't be in the show.
Oh, why?
Well, I actually like the idea of a comeback. But if it were to happen, I would want new branding, you know? Like a new us. To show we've grown.
I get that 100%.
That's too bad.
Why?
I think you have a talent for getting people to talk. You were able to read the room with sensitivity. Therefore, I would definitely be interested in watching your talk show program.
You think so? Aw, I'm flattered. You're right about that, though. I'm pretty good. But I'd rather express myself through my music, my songs, and my performances. You know?
Yes, I understand that very well.
Then do you want to be our first guest?
Me? Why? I thought you wanted to highlight independent artists.
Well, aren't you making a new kind of music lately, Miss Rachel?
So you actually have a side project?
Well, yeah, but
I was kidding about inviting you up there, but hey, maybe it could work out after all.
Dick!
Maybe I can turn this into like Graham Norton.
What a dick!
he's like, I think it was a case of, it was kind of joking, but then when he finds out that she actually does have something, change of tune.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Help it.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, there goes my line.
I got it. Here you go.
You wish.
Help out a new channel, will ya?
You wish. I'm a very busy Nekomimi. But maybe. God, her face is so caddish.
Gee, I wonder why.
Shut.
What is it, Zaruk?
I thought your plan was to have Miss Riona as your first guest. Oh.
Well, about that.
Uh-oh.
I'm definitely jumping the gun here, but I was kinda hoping you'd be my co-host instead.
Oh shit! Oh, wow, okay.
Record scratch?
Yeah. What? Me?
Can somebody find a clip of a record scratch, please? I was going to ask you later, but Zaruk over here cornered me into something
Oh,
fierce.
bullshit. All I did was
Cornered him something fierce.
all I did was just ask a question.
And that's what cornered him.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Why me?
I like the way you explain difficult subjects, and I really enjoy talking to you. You have plenty of knowledge and experience from being on the road a lot. And all your stories are so damn interesting. It's like Zaruk. But someone needs to offset my chaotic personality.
In a way, it makes sense. So she does driving for a living.
Yeah.
Do you know how what's it called again? The masala curry became like the British national dish? Because so the story goes that a customer sent a dish back asking for gravy, and the chef, in a fit of rage, made up what is known as chicken tikka masala, and it became a big thing through word of mouth because the customer that sent it back was a London cab driver.
Oh, that
The
would
power
do
of
it.
a good word of mouth.
Yep.
Of course, a
And it should-
cabbie.
Yeah, and it should be noted that this is a little fun fact. I didn't know this when my family was in London like a decade and a half ago. But if you live in, and I think maybe Sirius can back me up here because Sirius lives in England, so maybe he can back me up. But one thing I learned about a year or two ago is that if you're in the UK doing tourism or whatever, if you want to find a place to eat, go where all the cab drivers go.
I cannot verify that because I have not been in a taxi in years, to be honest.
But that is one thing I learned. I did hear a guy say, he's like, if you want to find the best places, go where all the cabbies go. So,
I mean, in
Cabbies
London,
talk.
definitely.
yeah.
Because the cabbies talk.
Mm-hmm.
There are more taxis in London than anywhere else in England.
Yeah. Not, well, I mean, some of them, yeah,
Bumblebee, where did you come from?
some of them might be Transformers. Who knows?
Like contrasting hosts, huh?
Yeah, what's more, she's not nervous talking in front of a camera at all.
Well, she is a performer.
I know. I'm just saying she's a natural on camera. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask later, if you wanted to be my co-host. Only if you're interested, of course. Man.
I might need a moment to consider.
Of course, take your time.
However, if you are open to receiving input, may I throw in an idea for the format of the show?
Real? Of course you may.
And I'm staying until you all tell me everything I missed.
Okay.
Yeah, the night's still young anyway. And that was the
Cutscene.
rest of the night.
Yeah, basically.
The next night,
Yep, October 2nd.
Godly Labs shut down.
Research. I got it. Researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents. Dear God!
I
Hi,
see.
Umbrella.
I see somebody. Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
I kind of just fell off reading that.
That. Wow. Also, notice that the symbol is literally a DNA strand. So, I see.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
somebody wanted to make bioweapons or the next.
No, it was the algae.
Yeah, it was.
The
Yeah,
dream of the
Yeah.
super goblin has died.
yeah, it was the algae. The people who made like the algae that
Yeah.
became an invasive species. Users of Toma to Chill's new stories feature. It needs a longer duration. See, the piece of halfling advice that's seared into my memory. all the ways you can cook potatoes.
Potatoes.
Boil 'em, mash 'em,
Potatoes.
boil 'em, mash 'em.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Why is it so dark in here? But first,
Because you haven't paid your electric
Ooh.
bill.
Oh, is this a rare moment where
Wait
Where-
a minute. Read that line. Who's playing Gala?
all right, hold on. That would be Josiah who plays Gala. Also, look, they were here Oh wait, is that? Oh no, is that it? That's not in my store.
That's in a studio.
That's a studio. That
Uh-oh.
better not be my store.
That's trouble. Let's
Yeah.
see there.
Better.
Let's see. Here it is, Down to Ride vlog number 1, Mystery Adventure with my super co-host Riona Sheeran and a special surprise guest star Neko Shell. Go watch it now. It's neat.
Just a side note.
Yeah.
Actually type in that bit.ly URL into your browsers now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
oh,
boy.
it's an actual thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I can't do it on I just don't want my computer to crash again or my stuff to
I,
crash.
I understand.
Hold on. We can do it. Give me a second.
Holy shit!
Wait, don't spoil it. I want to see for myself. Someone
It's-
don't
John.
say anything. I'm going to do it myself. Come someone's it's bit.ly, then what is it?
DT Ride Podcast.
It is case sensitive.
Okay, of course it is. Hold on. Let me grab it then. You didn't tell me there was a slash in there, Andrea.
Oh, it was. What? There's always a slash. I figured it went without saying.
Doggo Bert.
Hey, don't pin this on me.
bit.ly slash. Yeah, duly noted and ignored.
I love that clip.
It is good.
How do you?
I really do wish I had like a proper audio software so I can just strip away some of the background noise.
Okay, it's not working for me. Someone's got to send me the link.
Hang on, I gotcha.
Thank you. Because I do want to see what they've done here. Just put it over non-speakers.
All right.
It makes me curious about other bit.ly
Oh,
URLs that they have.
I mean, like, throughout the entire
Ready-
game, we can actually plug those in and we will get something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking.
Blessed Thing didn't actually confirm the
Oh, it just
link as a hyperlink
So,
because Discord is a
Yeah.
sensible thing.
okay, so it just so so it just takes us to their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I know.
I
I just thought
mean-
it was cute, personally.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, why does it not? Maybe you guys could have made an actual video or something involving this, but oh well, that's fine.
Zaruk is suddenly like, my disappointment is immeasurable.
Yeah, my
and day
disappointment is
ruined."
immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Like I was, it's still cool, but I was expecting more. Either way,
Yeah. Like, why bother giving us like a proper link if we're actually not going to?
yeah,
no delivery today.
yeah, no delivery today. She's busy. Let's see.
Busy, dadgummit.
Up. Okay, that's one of his other pictures. Let's see. Who else changed?
On a
their stuff?
short break to refresh my life.
He looks very happy with that chicken.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, well, what's still lit up? I'm trying to see. Oh, right. It's all these other posts.
Gotta
It's literally-
click
it's all-
all of them.
It's all the thing
It's
I
all
already
them.
did.
It's all they're promoting.
Yeah, it's all them promoting the thing. All right, let's see. So Josiah is Gala. So go ahead, Josiah.
Yeah. So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart.
I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple.
Oh shit! It's wedding day. Oh shit!
Ooh.
Record scratch.
Aw, it wasn't sad so much as cute though.
Aw.
Remember how they said they were going to have their after party here?
Yeah, but it's true that. Yeah.
So this is a rare moment where we're like literally walking in as Zaruk opens up the place.
Yeah, but it's
Mhm.
true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Miss Lua. Hey, Inu! Inu Kazane, thank you for the raid, buddy. Y'all are just in
Good
time.
timing.
Perfect timing,
Hello,
Inu.
I'm sorry I couldn't stick around to watch the end of your Dead Rising play.
Yeah.
Hello, small raptor.
Yeah, someone please give Inu a shout out. But Inu, buddy, this is perfect timing. First of all, hello Raiders, I'm Zaruk-WindCaller. These are my friends. We're playing Coffee Talk 2, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly today. Y'all are just in time. The main character, me, is coming back from a wedding with a bunch of the other characters. Like, we're celebrating a wedding.
It's now the after party.
It's the after party in the coffee shop, so y'all are just in time for this. All of my friends here and I voice the characters, so sit back, relax, make yourselves comfortable. Inu, there's a chair somewhere around here. Make yourself comfortable. Make sure you don't get sat on by anybody.
Or
yeah.
you can just use my lap.
I'm pretty
or
sure
the small
somebody tried
reptile
to.
can.
Sorry.
I can be the seat for the small reptile.
Yes, that works too.
I think Zoe Blaze may have opinions about that, Andrea.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think you want to upset her.
Anyway, so let's see.
Or just in the light.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to the Switch. Josiah.
Oh.
Whoops. My apologies, Mr. Gallet. You're literally solid like a wall.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Ah, here we go. You all found your way.
She's so pretty.
You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. Oh, you beat Dead Rising. Nice job, Inu.
Congrats, buddy.
Also,
That's a good
who?
friend game.
What do you mean, who?
Sorry.
Oh, Zoe Blaze. That's Inu's girlfriend. Yeah.
I mean,
OC.
I could just. My lap's big enough.
I don't think you've seen how big Zoe is.
Anyway.
And can get.
Anyway, so.
Moving on.
Yeah. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed.
We've been here often enough that we know a place like the back of our hand. Hey, that's new.
Well, I saw that chuckle from Gala.
Sirius, you can play Bailey's if you want.
Sure, why not?
I mean, the voice fits.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
That's what it means to have regulars, Zaruk.
So it does. Now, shall we get the celebration started? Please, I'm so excited.
Please, I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, well, you're doing
Please,
Hyde.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I
If,
did 2 voices last time. I
Okay,
can do
that's
it again.
fair. That's fair.
I mean, well, we can get Deadpool on.
That's
Hyde,
adrenaline
maybe.
for you. Hang on to that feeling.
Shut sir.
You call it adrenaline, I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband.
That actually fits given the fact that he's laughing his ass off when he says that.
Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller.
Oh, are you taking Lua's last name, Bailey's?
No, we're keeping our last names.
Interesting.
But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. Sorry, I didn't realize that was his
That's
line.
fine.
Aw, you always make me melt.
Aw, so
Disgusting.
adorable.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, say that again? Andrea.
What?
Hyde, say that again? That's Hyde?
Disgusting.
Disgusting!
Graceful.
Disgusting.
He said, wiping off his tears.
How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up.
Bullshit!
Yeah.
Sure,
Just
let's go
saying.
with that.
Hello, Unruly Uli. Welcome. Make yourself at home. We are playing Coffee Talk 2 today, and all of us are voicing characters. He looks so done. I love it. Also, I just noticed he's actually wearing...
Hyde isn't happy.
I also noticed he's wearing a gold chain around his neck.
And a watch.
Yeah, but here's the thing I remember. Remember in
Doesn't
all...
usually wear a watch.
He does. But here's the thing that
does?
catches my... Yeah, but here's the thing that interests me. All the other times we've seen Hyde in this game, it almost looked like there was a mark around his neck. So, almost like it might have been hurting him or constricting him.
Huh.
I'm wondering if, like... I don't know, maybe he just wears something on his neck all the time, so it like leaves
He does.
an indentation on it, so I don't know.
He's always got that chain around his neck. Every time I've seen him.
Yeah.
This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I wouldn't say no to something hot, for sure.
And to something sweet.
God.
Oh, to something decadent and chocolatey.
Are you not paying attention? Am I gonna have to
No.
recast you?
No, my Discord's being stupid.
Ah,
Hang
okay.
on.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna bounce the Discord stream real quick.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush.
So, in summary,
Sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it, please, Zaruk.
you got it. I know exactly what she wants. So, this is actually a real life drink, by the way. A lot of these drinks are basically real. Like, there's a few exceptions here and there, but this one is real. Like, well, they all are.
The drinks may be real, but half of them have an added fantasy element.
Yes, but this one is real. This is a
Chocolate,
real.
honey, and mint.
Yeah, this
that
is a
sounds
real
really
drink.
good.
This is called After Midnight.
That looks really good.
Even if I know that it'll turn out rubbish, I want to make these.
This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. Anyway, let's look at what that says in the thing here.
I have never been more regretful that I hate hot drink.
A whiff of old world charm, a soupçon of intensity, and a dash of fresh air for timeless late night celebrations.
I need to get some fresh mint in and try that with my hot chocolate mix. That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find something fitting here.
Let's see here.
There we go. Well, yeah, this works before we close.
Darn. I was gonna play Fist of the North Star.
I was gonna suggest Sweetheart Latte.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This is kind of it's an after party, so sure. There you go. And for those who weren't here last time when I explained this, the thing about Rachel's song here is that when Rachel comes into the first time you see Rachel come into the coffee shop, depending on what drink you give her, you will get a different song that you can listen to in the game. So basically what you're supposed to do is after you beat the game, you're supposed to go back to that day, fast forward through all the dialogue, give her a different drink, and then you'll get a different part of the soundtrack.
Uh-huh.
Do that a total of 3 times and get all the soundtracks.
Or do nothing, or fuck it up, and then get something completely different at the end. So
For a couple achievements.
yeah.
I love it. It's very unique and festive.
Very comforting.
Exactly what I had in mind.
It's fine.
You're smiling.
High praise from Hyde.
You know it. It tastes a bit British.
British!
British!
Hold on.
Quietly stares at Sirius.
Let me bathe this in so it tastes a bit more Irish for you.
Yeah, put some Baileys in it. Yeah. Hey, Unruly Uli, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Forest of Memories. Please make yourself at home. And Inu, I love that idea. Please get someone to do
Yeah.
that. That's perfect.
Wow.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Please do that. I would love that so
Yes.
much.
Just do it like the after credit scene from Avengers.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, everyone exhausted, just sitting in a coffee shop. That's great. That sounds amazing.
I'll need to look back and I'll need to look afterwards to see what the idea is.
Yeah, hit your boy. Yeah, hit me up and we'll go over the ideas. But yeah, do that. That sounds amazing.
Have you ever been to that side of the pond, Zaruk?
Real life, yes, I have, and it was really.
Really?
Yes, I've been to London and Paris. Yes. It was a big thing that my family saved up a lot of money for, and then for Christmas, for the Christmas vacation, we went to Paris, spent some time there, and then we took the Channel to London, and we spent some time there. So basically the idea was that everyone in the family was going to get to do something in Europe. My dad and I wanted to go to the Normandy beaches. My brother wanted to see a Manchester United football game. And my mom just wanted to go shopping in Paris and London too. So we all got to do something. And between the two, I'll take London any day of the week because London was great. But I was told that, like we were told numerous times, so like, by everyone saying, "Oi, you don't want to be outside after dark. You're Yanks, and this area of London's not safe. Make sure you're inside after dark." So we were told that repeatedly, but it was really nice, and I liked it there. I liked the people. I liked the interact, and that's the thing. I do want to dispel a rumor like this, a stereotype right now. The whole concept of people like saying, "Oh, the French people are so rude." No, they're not. I was in Paris. Those people were extremely nice to us. The only thing they would want is if you tried to speak French. Respect their culture, and they respect you. Plain and simple. Hell. Yeah, I'll get you something, Inu. Don't worry. Just, we'll talk after the stream, buddy. But yeah, I'll help you out. I can get you some stuff. But here's the thing. In Paris, for example, I got to go see Napoleon's tomb, or like his casket where he is. And I spoke a little French to the tour, to like the tourist, the tour guides and everything. But the cool thing about it is that trying to at least speak the language shows people that you're not like this, just this snobbish American tourist. They're actually like, "Oh, wait, you actually are trying. Okay, we can respect that." So if you're going to go anywhere in the world, no matter where, try to speak the language because it shows that you're trying and you're not just one of those obnoxious tourists. Though I will admit what was funny to me is that when we were going to Cannes, we left Paris and went to Cannes by train. That train left at 5 in the morning. So we were up and moving and got on the train. We're all exhausted. So we're it's about a 2.5 hour train ride there. So we're sleeping and resting. So because we got on the train at like 4, around 5 in the morning, the sun's still down, the lights are still out, so we're sleeping. Then about 6:30, one of the train monitors, I'm not going to call him one of the conductors, just one of the train guys, came by and turned the lights on. My dad got up, turned the lights out. A few minutes later, the guy comes by again, turns the lights on. My dad turns the lights out. But this time, the third time when the guy came by to turn on the lights, my dad's hand shot up and grabbed his. And he basically looked at the guy and shook his head like, no. Like, didn't even say anything. My dad just had this look on his face that says, no. And it basically, my dad told me that this guy looked at him and was like, oui, monsieur. And let it be. Just let it be.
Very, very Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Some people just have the death glare.
Yeah. And to be fair, I think the other crazy thing about it is that there are some, I think people don't understand really what culture shock means anymore, because when you go to different parts of the world, you really experience culture shock, because there are certain things, for example, I live in the USA. When you get a drink at a restaurant in the USA, it's going to have ice in it. That's just a thing. In Paris and in certain parts of London, that is not true. You will get a drink and it will not have ice in it. You have to ask for that. Because, and I asked a French person this, or a Parisian this, I'm like, what? I was like, qu'est-ce que c'est? And they told me in English, they're like, well, we want you to taste the drink. If we put ice in it, it'll water it down. That's why you.
This is also why I don't like ice in my drinks.
It's why whenever I go to McDonald's, I specifically requested no ice.
Yeah. So, but I will say one thing though. Out of all the stuff we had there, here's the thing. I will say here's the thing. In Paris, probably the best thing we got to eat there was stop at any Parisian cafe, because holy fuck, stuff's good there. But also, if you're in Paris, stop by the bakeries. They bake their bread fresh every day. It is actually a law. If you run a bakery in Paris, you must bake your bread fresh at a certain point. You can't use certain stuff after an hour. They bake it fresh every day. So it's amazing. Now in London, I would like to give some of my friends. I've already told Sirius this, but I'd like to give anyone who's listening who might be British or from the UK I'm gonna be the first to stand with y'all. British food is not that bad. That's a dumb stereotype, and I wish it would die. Because when we were there, my brother and my dad went to watch Manchester United play. Mom and I got driven around by a cabbie. That cabbie put up with annoying 15-year-old me way more than he had any right to. But he did. But
what a champ.
Yeah, but while we were driving, my mom asked him if he knew of any good places that did good food. He's like, actually, yes. And he took us to what essentially could be, I'm not going to call it a meat and three, because it was basically just a buffet place, but it was a lot more homey. Like, it wasn't like this.
Carvery?
Huh?
Was it a carvery?
Something like that. Yeah, a carvery. Yes. Yes, a carvery, which is basically where, like Sirius says, they have fresh carves of meat and all these other sides you can have. But the crazy thing about this place is that all the food you could get is stuff you could have anywhere in the U.S., along with some other British stuff. No, the thing that set the place apart was the choice of decor. Because everything, every picture in a frame, every table mat, every decoration was some form of media involving a dirty joke. All of it.
We went to one of those places.
Yeah. All of it. All of it was dirty jokes. All of it. And I remember thinking, I'm like, what? Why is everything a dirty joke? And I never asked, but I'm guessing it was because, well, it's funny, and it gives the implication that this is not a serious place. And it wasn't. All the people in there were very, dressed casually. Yeah, there was one group of people in there. I saw a group of old men, probably 15 strong. All of them back there eating and laughing, like having the time of their lives. And I remember thinking, I'm like, this must be where just everyone goes to chill. Because, even
the
heard
local pub, basically.
Like a carvery pub. Even heard one, I remember distinctly as I left, one old guy shouted, he goes, when's happy? He goes, I don't know if he was, he goes, when's happy hour? And someone's response, he goes, 2 hours from now, you just asked me. It was a very, it felt welcoming. Let's put it that way. No one in London ever looked at us different because we were from the States. Like, when we went to that massive 3-story high department store in London my brother and I went to get our mom something for Christmas. We were looking around and we asked one of the store owners to kind of point us in the direction for something. Guy stops. He walks one step away, turns on the heel of his feet, turns around and pulls on my brother's jacket. He's like, what's this then? And my brother's wearing a soccer jacket. He's like, oh, it's my good jacket. He's like, and it's a Manchester United jacket. And the guy, without skipping a beat, the guy was like, oh, so your Liverpool jacket's back home in the wash. So, which was hilarious. But whenever we talked to people, they would always know we were American. When they were like, well, where are you from? Oh, we're from Birmingham. Oh, Birmingham! And we're like, no, Birmingham, like Southeast United States, state of Alabama. And they're like, oh, because
Birmingham.
Yeah, and it was funny because one guy said, he goes, are you sure? He goes, you sound like you've got a bit of a Birmingham accent. And I later find out that he was basically giving me shit because apparently, I don't know if that was meant to say I sounded stupid.
He was having you on.
Yeah, but again, I don't know what a Birmingham accent sounds like. If it sounds like you're stupid, drunk, or Cockney, I don't know. But
Richard Hammond.
Okay. But
Cockney is a very specific thing.
Yeah.
What bells was it again? Which bells?
What do you mean? But
trying to ask our the present Limey.
Yeah.
I thought Cockney was a northern accent.
No, it was something about bells.
I think you're confusing Cockney with nursery rhyme. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clements.
No, it was like within the. I'll just look it up.
But the craziest thing for me, I still think, is that I don't know, like there was something the fact. there was something there was something about the fact that the little apartment we were staying in, you could see the London Eye, that giant Ferris wheel from where we were. You could see Big Ben, but then you could walk out of this apartment complex and there's literally a sushi bowl restaurant right next door, along with a 24-hour convenience store. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, even as a 15, 16-year-old, I'm like, how weird is it that I can see two of the most recognizable things in London and the River Thames, and then right outside is something that I could expect to see like in the city part of where I grew up. It's a very like strange thing, but I wouldn't I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't, take it back for an instant. I loved all of it. I loved going back. Now, the funny thing is, so full disclosure here, this imp does not like to travel. I'm not good at like, it's not that I don't like new places. It's just, it's very hard to travel with me because, I'm an introvert. Traveling is kind of very stressful, which not good for me. I usually like to plan things out. But that said, if I had like, out of all the places I could go, if I wanted to go anywhere, I would want to go back to England again because that was really nice and I did like it there. Other places I'd want to go, probably, I don't know, I've thought about it before. The main thing is, if there was someone to guide me around, that'd be great. Please let me have a guide, because if I don't have that, I'm fucked. But if I can have that, probably, I do want to go to Germany. That would be cool. But I have learned that if you want to go to Germany, you need to know someone who knows German or has connections there, because German people are very dour and very
insular.
Yes, they are. And that's not their fault. But they are
guarded.
Insular?
Guarded.
Is the word I was
Very
looking
guarded.
for.
They don't welcome newcomers that
it's
easily.
It's just that my
But
brain
once
is
they
not
do welcome
insulated,
you
and
in-
it's like, that can't be right.
Once they do welcome you in, they are unbelievably warm.
Yes, indeed.
It's like an inversion of the American habit.
Yeah.
For this.
Where Americans immediately welcome
outwardly
you.
warm, but we are very welcoming outwardly, but we don't usually let others in.
Yeah.
It's the other way around for Germans.
Yeah. And my cousin has been to Switzerland, which she said was amazing. And I told her I got so pissed because I was like, you went to Switzerland and didn't bring me back any Swiss chocolate. How dare? How dare you?
That is a crime.
And she's like, oh, I brought back Swiss chocolate for me. And I'm like, I was like, I literally gasped. I'm like,
It's literally the joke of like,
chat for
hey, I
Zaruk.
got you chocolates, but they disappeared on my way here.
Yeah. Another place I want to go to, Belgium. Belgium, from what people have told me, or from what I've heard, Belgium is an amazing place to go. People are friendly. You get a mix of English and French culture, so you get this it's English, French, and Belgian culture, so you get a little bit of crisscrossing here and there. Another place I'd really want to go to, I think, let's swing over to the Pacific for a minute. Honestly, I don't know. I've heard some people say that, I do know one place I would want to go to is either Vietnam, if only for the cultural aspect of it, because I've heard people say Vietnam is amazing. Because if you want to get a sense of history and see cultural stuff, you want to go to Vietnam. And there's one other reason. They actually love Americans. They love seeing Americans, which I'll admit took me by surprise when I learned that. I'm like, wait, you like seeing the people who literally tore your country up?
Well, yeah, because they won.
But there's another reason. Vietnam has changed. I learned this from a friend of mine. He's actually went on a mission trip to Vietnam, but that was just the cover thing. They were there mostly for the tourism and the culture. But what he told me, here's the thing that I did not know. He told me in the 50 plus years since the Vietnam War, or they call it the American War over there, by the way.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But they mentioned in the 50 years, the country has changed, and the people have reevaluated things and realized that they're like, you know what? We've got a lot of very scary neighbors, And at least the Americans are sorry for what they did to us, and they've actually said that they'll help us if we ever get into trouble. So, no, they're the good guys now, because at least they're looking out for us. And also,
That's nice.
Yeah, Vietnamese culture has this, like, as my grandfather put it before he passed, Vietnamese culture has this waste nothing mentality. And that applies to everything. Their food, their lifestyle, everything. Nothing is wasted. Those people from sun up to sun down are doing something or striving for something. Even the elderly are out doing stuff. It's kind of it's kind of an interesting thing to see people who are probably in their 80s out running a store or running a storefront. Like, so...
the wholesome slice of life image.
Yeah. So Vietnam for sure. And then maybe, again, I don't know, because, like, there's always this... I think you guys will know what I mean when I say this. There's always this, like, dream or this idea in your mind where you're like, I want to go to Japan or I want to go to Korea. Except, I don't think I want to. Because, yeah, I don't think I want to. For two reasons. I don't want to go to Japan because Japan is, like... It's already tourism heavy, but the other thing is that if you don't have a guide, Japan is very unwelcoming. Like, not hateful, but has no ways of, like, helping with tourists. Like, that's not their thing. Oh, and the fact that there are still some places in Japan where if you show up as an American, they'll shut the door in your face because no gaijin allowed. Like, literally.
That tracks.
What's up, Sirius?
If you ever visit England again, I have one place I would like to recommend to you.
Sure, what's up?
Even if it's just for the weekend, visit Lincolnshire, specifically Skegness.
Okay.
Lincolnshire, Skegness.
What for?
Skegness is a gorgeous seaside town that, frankly, me, my mum, my granddad, my dad, my entire family has made a habit of visiting there very often whenever we can get a weekend away in the summer or something. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to I'll totally do that. If that ever comes up, I'll ask you, like, to remind me, but yeah, I'll do that, because I do remember there was a, when I was in London, I do remember this one instance where a crowd of people showed up, and I accidentally got bumped into a pub. So the door opens, and the bell attached to the door rings, and the guy behind the bar and some other people look at me, and I'm very flustered, because I just got knocked in here, and the guy behind the bar is like, sorry, mate, you look a little too young to be in here drinking, but if you're looking for somebody, and I'm like, no, sir, I just got pushed in here by the crowd. He's like, oh, yeah, them. He goes, they come by every day. Don't worry about them. You need to hide here till the crowd goes away. And I'm like, no, I think I'm all right. And I love it. As I was walking out, the last thing he said to me was, come back when you're old enough to drink, then you'll get a proper warm welcome. I was like,
That's so nice.
Yeah, but looking back, I realized, like, that's what I thought. But then looking back, I'm like, wait, did he just tell me to fuck off because I was underage? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did basically tell me to fuck off. But
I just get it for just kind of like, you came in here unintentionally, and it's like he understands that it's probably a fairly common occurrence. Yeah, if
it is.
If somebody just gets bumped in.
Yeah. There was that's one of those crazy things, like, it, like, when this crowd, here's the thing, I've seen a ton of crowds before that, cause you to get out of the way. Nothing will compare to being caught in a crowd at Dragon Con, that massive Southeast convention in the United States, like Nerdvana, basically. Nothing compares to that. But yeah, this one was enough to push me into a store. But before we continue, speaking of Dragon Con, because I do want to mention this story. Same thing. First year I went to that. I've been twice, but the first time I went, I want to paint this picture for you guys, and I want you to imagine how fucking stupid this is. So, I am walking, I'm in a crowd of people walking to my next location. Thing is, the parade is about to start. So naturally, people are trying to find spots, and the movement to get around is very difficult. It's moving, just you can't really push past people. You have to wait. Well,
hello, Loki.
Yeah, so there's one guy who's, I don't know what he's dressed up as or what he's cosplaying as. I don't know. But again, there's tons of people cosplaying and making jokes and doing all that kinds of stuff at this thing. But this dumbass, keep in mind, by the way, this is like This is the mid 2010s, okay? Like, this dumbass makes a decision to pull a fake, like prop pop pistol from his pocket and literally fire it in the air with a command of move, pow, and fire it. Now, first instinct when I saw that happen was, oh my god, you're gonna terrify everybody. You're gonna kill people. They'll run. Good thing, nobody heard anything. It was too loud. Nobody heard anything. But the second thing, a buddy of his grabs the motherfucker's arm, pins it behind his back, and slams him into the wall of a nearby building. And I overhear him say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He goes, "Are you trying to get people killed?" He goes, and literally, like, and the exact words I remember were, in a quiet, terrifying voice, this guy snatches this fake prop gun from his hand and tells him, he goes, "You do something fucking stupid like that again, I will shove this up your ass and I will fire off every last round in it."
Holy shit.
And I was like, I was like, okay, time to go, Zaruk. I was like, time to go.
Time to be somewhere the fuck else.
Yeah.
Also, I wish to buy that man a drink.
Yeah, it was just, again, the thing of like, I'm like, why? Why are you that stupid? There are hundreds of people here. If they hear a gunshot, they're gonna panic. What the fuck are you thinking? Also the fact that he probably, like, if the funniest thing about it was just his friend, but the thing is, as soon as that guy got shoved to the wall, a bunch of other people who had heard it, like, swarmed him. Nobody hit him, but they had basically surrounded him to prevent him from doing something stupid. And I thought, as I walked to my next location, I'm like, dear God, if that had started anything, they would have killed that man. Like, again, it made me realize, I'm glad there's some smart people around here who actually will stop shit like that. But it was just it was very,
thankfully.
like, yeah, it was one of those surreal moments where I kept thinking, I'm like, because here's the thing, with that massive crowd, most people avoided the crowd by either going into a business or finding somewhere to stand. There's no rush, so you literally just could have found a place in a coffee shop or a restaurant. But no, this idiot's like, I don't want to be patient. I want people to get moving.
I'm just sitting here like, how in the seven hells did security at the event not go, okay, fuck this shit, when he first tried to get that thing in? Because some years ago, my friends and I went to Boston Comic-Con, and my buddies had a costume of Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And one of the things was his double-barreled shotgun, the boomstick. Yeah. Which we'd taken an old Nerf gun, but we'd explicitly taken the time to spray paint the tip orange on it. Yeah. And
Smart.
we still had to get that thing double and triple checked in security.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the seven hells nobody said, "Hey, now this ain't poaching."
Yeah.
Especially if it had actual like caps or something in it to make a bang.
Yeah, there was even a in my case, the second year I went as cosplaying as a witch hunter from Warhammer Fantasy, I actually I literally went the full way. I had a leather coat. I was wearing a half breastplate. I had like a witch hunter hat. I had 3 flintlocks on me, everything. But I was dressed to the nines. But one of the things was I had a rapier with me. It's just a prop rapier. But they told me, they're like, so we can't let you in unless that's secure. So you need to, you don't need to zip tie it down, but you need to tie that down so no one can pull it out of its sheath, which I did. But that was all they wanted me to do. There was even one dude walking around in a full set of knight armor, like legit full metal armor. And they let him in. They're just like, hey, don't take that sword out of its sheath. And as long as that's it, you're good. I remember thinking, I'm like, wow.
I'm reminded of a medieval tradition.
What's that?
There was a particular, I don't remember if it was leather or what, but there was like a particular way of wrapping a sword when you walked into town.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's likely leather.
Yeah, it's likely leather.
Yeah, it's probably leather, but the idea was, for one, it would take a really long time to get that thing out of the sheath.
Mm-hmm.
2, you're not supposed to be drawing that in town.
Yeah, basically. Same thing here. But there was one problem. If I ever was to do it again, I'd probably restrain my cosplay a bit because for those of you who know, you know, but allow me to describe why this was a bad idea. I was wearing dark black pants, a leather vest, a leather, like some clothing, then these dark black pants, a leather vest, this half breastplate, along with a very heavy leather trench coat, a witch hunter's hat, also made of leather, 3 flintlocks with a belt, carrying my rapier with me and wearing, heavy boots in Atlanta, Georgia, in late August.
Yep, no. Having gone to a convention in peak July in a Victorian-era naval greatcoat for my Corvo Atano from Dishonored, I feel your pain.
Yeah, so...
mistakes were made.
So here's the thing. Did have a few people ask to get pictures with me, which was kind of cool. But the craziest thing is that when I got back to my hotel room that night, first of all, all of my clothes were drenched with sweat. Duh, obviously. But and I think Josiah will get what I mean with this. When I took everything off, to shower and everything, even after showering, I could still feel the effects of how drenched I was. Like, my skin was, really weird. Like, I could still feel that phantom sensation of how drenched I was. And it made me realize
that means you were drenched for quite some time.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that I didn't notice it at all. I never noticed
until you took it off.
Yeah, until I took it off.
That is dangerous.
Now, to be fair, I was chugging water the whole time. I wasn't stupid. I knew about that part. I was chugging water the whole time, and it eventually got to the point where what I would do was that I would bring the latter days of the convention, I wouldn't wear the full getup. I would wear the pants. I'd wear my hat around and carry my my belt with all my flintlocks on me. But that's it, because afterwards I told my friend who was with me, I'm like, I'm not wearing that fucking vest and that coat again. I'll die. So I'm not doing that. But look, I will end with this before we get back to the game. If you ever have the chance to go to any convention in the U.S., I know Comic-Con's a thing, blah, 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 whatever.
Comic-Con's overrated.
You want to go
I used to live in that area. Yeah, it's overrated.
Yeah, you want to go to Dragon Con, because Dragon Con is literally nerd central. Everything nerdy. Like, everything. You'll find something there. For God's sake, they literally have, okay, I'm not going to go into full detail about all the crazy shit they have there. But that's where I got to meet Casper Van Dien from Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers. They were there celebrating Starship.
Nice.
They were there celebrating Starship Troopers anniversary. But the coolest thing there, and I will stand by this, the coolest thing there is the arcade. They literally take one entire part of one of the buildings in Atlanta, and it's nothing but a pure arcade area. And they bring in, they have they have game systems and all that kind of stuff. But the craziest shit they have is they actually bring in arcade cabinets and machines from all over the world. So you can including
that is dangerous information, Zaruk.
Including
I must now put this on my wish.
Including the Gundam battle pods.
Yeah.
No fucking way!
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
The doll immediately requires this.
Yeah, so, yes, the Gundam battle pods. Japanese DDR, the Japanese table flipping game, the Gundam battle pods, everything.
Do they bring out the BattleTech ones? Do they bring out the old BattleTech arcade
Funny you
pods?
say that! Yes.
They do, don't they?
Yes, they do. Now, it's not called BattleTech. It was. I think they called it something else. But yeah, you would literally
It's obviously BattleTech.
It is. Yeah, it's obviously BattleTech. You don't know what mech you're getting, but you hop into it, and yeah, it's a Mech Warrior game basically. Those old Mech Warrior arcade cabinets.
If memory serves, it actually was Mech Warrior at the time.
Yeah, that might have been what it was called. But yes, they had those too. I didn't even. Now looking back, I'm like, oh fuck, I should have done that more. But I did.
Yeah. FASA was actually involved in the original ones.
Yeah, I need to check out Dragon Con now. That's on my list. I'm gonna add another one onto that
Bucket list.
of conventions if you
But
don't
before
mind
we
me doing
continue-
so.
Yeah. Go ahead. Serious?
I just had 2 things I wanted to add on real quick. Firstly, listening to all of this, I am 18 different shades of green right now because I only got to attend a convention once in my life so far, and that was Comic-Con when it came to my hometown. I was so excited, and I didn't know what I wanted to dress up as, and my brother said, if you come in cosplay, I am ditching you.
Oh,
He ditched me the moment
come
we walked in through the door.
Well, he's a dick. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I was
but
about
that's
to say,
dick
what a-
move.
Jeez, what a jerk.
Right.
And the second thing is just that this is for after the stream, Zaruk.
Yeah.
You're best to visit in the summertime if you visit Skegness. I have posted photos in non-speakers.
Got it. That was
I
like.
saw a couple of those. That looks freaking gorgeous.
Also,
Well, go ahead.
for you, Sirius, the church mentioned in that nursery rhyme. Here's the information I was looking at for. Cockney is also used as a demonym for a person from the East End, or born within earshot of the bells of that church.
Explains it.
So,
Yeah.
anyway. Well, I did a bit of traveling in my day.
Maybe we ran into each other in the past,
Maybe we did.
passing each other like 2 ships in the night
Okay, Mr. Romanticist.
before meeting at the mooring.
That's very lyrical.
I blame the mood on you two.
All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy.
Just
Werewolves in London.
Yeah.
Oh god. He went absolutely wild during Fury.
Let's see,
Was he an American werewolf in London, Gaia?
Gala. That's an
Gala.
L, not an I.
My eyes don't work. Anyway,
it's
he
fine.
went absolutely wild during Fury. But even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist.
Just smash the wall. Beg pardon. Just smash.
Everybody's chuckling.
Terribly sorry.
Everyone's chuckling.
Are you sure he wasn't Canadian?
Go ahead, Andrea.
Andrea.
Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends.
Nah. You know rude vampires are much more my type. Oh!
Hey. Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire, I'm proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt.
Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise the toast. Anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Zaruk, maybe?
4 pairs of eyes.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches.
I think that's Hyde's look of, if you do,
You
I'm coming
definitely
over
are.
this.
Yeah,
That's Hyde's look of, this is going to be amusing.
yeah.
Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you.
In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Miss Lua, Mr. Bailey's, and thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives.
Here, here.
You'll always be a part of our lives now, Zaruk.
Absolutely. Short and to the point. Good speech.
Your turn, Hyde.
Really? Ah, well, fine. Thank you, Lou and Bailey's, for entertaining me. And making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde.
Serious?
Serious?
Sorry.
Oh.
You've been a very good friend to us.
Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time.
Right.
You started this.
I don't know you as well as Zaruk, guys. And I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today.
Oh, Gala.
Thanks, man. Really?
To the happy couple.
To the happy couple.
To the happy couple.
Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde?
Zaruk, my dear Zaruk. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's just that I imagine. I just imagine it automatically reminds me of that scene from Critical Role. Oh, I know where you sleep. I have people who work for me. Just I know where you sleep.
It's funny you mentioned Critical Role just now, because so the talk of conventions early got me looking into one I want to hit up. Magfest is down in Maryland.
Yeah.
Guess who's apparently a guest there, or who was a guest this past year?
Matt Mercer?
At least. No.
Travis Willingham.
The Lord of Chaos and Shenanigans himself, Wes Johnson.
Oh, oh man. Yeah, Wes would be cool to see. I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Don't serve.
No, it says that we only serve soft drinks here. That's a typo.
Like as in. No, I understand it. Soft drinks is in non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some bubbles would have befitted the occasion.
Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine.
Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days.
Oh?
I went cockney for a second there.
Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know.
Oh!
And I'm avoiding it in solidarity.
That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you.
Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere.
I think we call that the Underdark.
And thanks, I think, Hyde. I aim to please.
Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff.
He's not lying. I never saw him touch it.
Is there any specific reason why not?
I just don't like the taste.
Mood.
Yeah. Never got used to it and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess.
I don't.
But, nope.
You can
Quick
be
thing to
literally
chat.
Are annoying to me.
Being drunk isn't what people make it out to be.
No,
It's not.
It's
not.
suffering.
Yeah.
I
It's not
fully
as-
agree with
It's
Bailey's
not this
statement.
thing that. Yeah. Being drunk isn't the big deal people make it out to be.
Yeah, but Sirius is right. Assumptions like that are annoying. Yeah.
I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I want tomato juice.
Definitely. Booze just became this big social thing. But I for one wish there was a better range of soft drinks.
I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free
Vermouth.
vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots. and they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate.
This. Why does this place sound familiar?
Can't tell if pretentious or.
No, I'm like,
Wow.
I can't tell if it's like. I swear
Hey,
I've heard
there
from
are
a different
people
NPC in this game.
who are specifically trained to cut apples in a way to make a phoenix. I
Yeah.
don't doubt.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, this sounds. This is more of a. This sounds familiar somehow.
I've seen banana dolphins.
Is
I
it
do
like
not
the
doubt
Food
this.
Network thing where the chefs are tasked with creating elaborate sets using the dishes they have?
Anyway, wow. When did you go to a place like that?
A while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch.
Faye.
I love that she can call him that.
Which?
Mm-hmm.
Which?
I'm okay, sweetheart.
Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version.
Phrasing.
In the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka.
Vodka.
Oh no, I'm
Fair
now
enough.
thinking of the Family Guy scene.
What else?
Wow,
what,
look at all these people coming to the lemonade stand. How did you manage to get them all here? I used my secret ingredient, vodka.
what else goes into it?
Screwdrivers. A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt, tonic water. It sounds like something I would enjoy.
Wait for it.
And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood.
Because vampire.
Here it comes.
O-type, preferably. Universal donors and all that.
You can see they haven't animated it, but I can just feel Gala just resting his head in his hands right now.
I
Just
feel
really-
personally targeted right now.
I think this was a joke? Hope this is a joke?
It's not a joke.
But it is a personal preference.
Yeah.
And this is why he never gets invited to parties.
I'm sorry. What, I'm sorry. Was that a wait? Time out. Was that a hyo hyo hyo? I heard of that laugh.
I think it was.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the most genuine laugh I've heard out of you.
And it's adorable.
All you've heard
It
are
is.
genuine laughs.
But-
All
but
you've heard, all the laughs you've heard me get.
I know, but that's probably the best
knew-
one.
a new dimension of cute for the doll.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, most of my laughs tend to end silent.
And that was a hiccup I just heard.
No, that was me inhaling.
Alright, well,
Also, I just noticed, serious. I don't mean to be like the father figure here, but isn't it like almost 3:30 in the morning where you are?
It is 2:30.
Go the fuck to sleep.
go the fuck to sleep!
Do I need to send you that book called Go the Fuck to Sleep?
Narrated by Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, I now have a second idea of Zaruk and archivish to do.
Yeet the book.
Please, I'm trying to read the
I mean, I'm gonna be up because
line.
I've got a Tinder lord, apparently.
Oh, you're all gonna kill me at this rate.
And are you okay, Andrea?
I said I was trying to read. I'm trying to read the line, and then you're throwing these curveballs.
Hey, this is what you signed up for when you went into Zaruk.
I know.
This is true.
Ugh.
Oh, goodness. Yes, serious. Go the fuck to sleep.
This is
I
wait,
got
wait,
it. I have a
I'm invited to all the
This
parties.
is, wait, this is an actual line from that book. All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last leap. Hell no, you can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go? The fuck to sleep.
I love it. And I wasn't kidding, by the way. I believe the official audiobook for that is narrated by Samuel
The
Jackson.
cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have lain down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the fuck to sleep.
The best part, the best line in that is the last one.
Oh wait, hold on. The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Fuck your stuffed bear. I'm not getting you shit. Close your eyes, cut the crap, and sleep. Jesus. And this is literally called a naughty children's book. Is how it's described. Like, okay.
I love the.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I love the last line, and that's the best part. It just makes it because you finally get the kid to bed. We're finally watching our movie. Popcorn's in the microwave. Beep! Ah, shit! Damn it! You gotta be kidding! Come on, go the fuck back to sleep.
Also, yeah, Hop says Zaruk becomes Morgana. Actually, yes, that let me be like Morgana and throw a book at Sirius saying, "Go the fuck to sleep."
I love that the English VA for Morgana has actually sat down and has done that read.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What?
Complete. Yeah, it's a live cam of Morgana's VA as she's holding the Morgana plushie with the book in hand, and she is reading in Morgana's voice the entirety.
I just found it on YouTube by Cassandra Lee Morris. Morgana reads Go the fuck to sleep.
Yep.
What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties.
I'm gonna link it to you. Hold on. And then seriously, you do need to go to bed.
Again, I've said it twice before. I'll say it as many times as I have to. I cannot go to sleep yet because apparently I have a chicken burger coming. Don't ask me what takeout is open at 2:30 in the morning.
Who has a burger at 2:30 in the morning?
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Hey, blame my mother who ordered it.
I wish to know this person's number because it's so hard to find good places out at night.
Anyway, back on topic. Go ahead, Andrea.
Thank you so much for being with us, 3 of you.
Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Baileys. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that.
She's impossible, you mean? But I love her to bits.
Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me, at first.
Oh, just a year or 3.
1,000.
She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister.
Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect.
Hey, hate to break it to you, older brother here. My little brother's 4 years younger than me. So not my baby brother. Well, I guess he is my baby
older
brother.
Sibling instinct.
Yeah, it's older sibling instinct. Sorry, that comes with the territory.
Part of the programming.
Yeah, older siblings look out for their younger siblings.
Can confirm. Well,
No matter how
somewhat.
old you get, you will always be my little darling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie.
I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people.
Fair enough.
But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury.
If Zaruk ever moves out and I'm out of my special team, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess.
You would have to hurry. Or you'll have to step over your primary school friend, Bailey's.
Marco? I thought I'd caught him staring at her.
I bet they didn't leave it at staring.
Oh shit!
Fine!
The two witnesses. Delightfully cliche, isn't it?
You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde.
Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures.
And thus,
Longing glances.
we have cemented new profession.
Wait. Go on.
Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire.
Hey, Duke. You've come in at a very awkward time because, yeah, no, that That line right there. That you're a wedding.
Well, this escalated quickly.
You're a wedding photographer, Hyde, not a not a porn artist. Jesus.
Hang on.
I mean, the difference
He
between
goes,
that is
he
large.
goes where the camera is needed.
The difference between that is clothes.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, Duke says, dudes, it's coffee. No, well, it is, but no, you know what? No, I'm standing my ground. It's more than that. This game is so much more than that. It is. So much more.
I applaud you, Duke.
Yeah.
Italian coffee.
Scorn dissimulated in a smirk.
Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds, too.
Ah, yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it'll be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. A perfect shot.
Oh, that's
Oh
perfect.
my
That's
gosh.
great.
A
That is
perfect
cool.
shot.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Well done. So this is one thing I have to mention this. There have been some people who make the argument that they don't like the like I think one argument says that it's I hate this argument, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. They don't like how the art styles for all like for pictures like this basically, like off of Toma to Chill and also like this look nothing like the characters. And I'm like they're different art styles. That's kind of the point.
That is the point.
That's the point. Like, it's like for example,
Is a picture of you going to look the same as you do?
Probably not. No. Like, thanks,
Rarely no.
yeah, thanks, Duke. For
Especially
the
on your wedding day.
Yeah. Honestly, those two look calm as fuck for their wedding day. Like, the amount.
Also
of,
consider
go ahead.
lighting.
Yeah, that too.
Lighting differences. That already covers a ton. Oh, look at this, Bane.
This is amazing.
What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Serious?
Sorry, I had to mute
There he
myself for a
is.
second.
No
Yes,
problem.
truly. Thank you again for doing this, Hyde.
Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... Ah, no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm.
Hop says, hot take, weddings shouldn't be as expensive as they're expected to be. That's not a hot take. Everyone agrees with you. They shouldn't be that
That's
expensive.
even lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in agreement.
And Zaruk has already gone on.
Everyone agrees
gone
with
on
it.
in all of his VODs.
Yeah,
Every single time the
Multiple VODs,
yeah.
you've said this.
Yeah.
the
And
wedding industry
yeah,
sucks.
and to be fair, and I'm gonna say it again. Look, I'll be brief this time. If you want my full imp take on this, you can go watch the
last Coffee Talk VOD.
go watch the other VODs. Here's the deal. Weddings should not be. We've talked about this. Josiah and Andrea and Deadpool have even given the thing. Even Nep, when he was here, gave input. Weddings should not. Weddings are things that are the focus of the bride and the groom. It does not have to be extravagant. It does not have to be. It doesn't have to be a sign of, oh, look how wealthy we are. No, it doesn't have to be that.
It's
Also,
supposed to be a time of happiness.
Yep, and yes, Duke, it's tea too. But here's the other problem. The other thing is that people don't know where so much, like, I made a mention of this. Usually, depending on the situation, at least 50% or more of a wedding's budget goes into, goes into drinks, to alcohol. Because if you have an open bar, people will, it's a wedding. There's a joke that says, no one's getting married or buried, so don't drink. But in that case, at a wedding, people will drink like it's the end of the world, and then the bride and the groom are left with a monstrous bill. Like, again, you want to show that you love someone, yes, but money is not a way of showing you love someone. Love is spelled Time, not Money. That's how it's always going to be. Period. And yes, Hop, you are, yes, everything I just said, you are correct. Good that it's, yeah, I'm glad that sticks.
Like the wedding we always really wanted to have.
Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details.
I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture.
Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde?
Why, Zaruk? You want to frame it and hang it on your wall?
Well, what if I
Yes.
do, asshole? Actually, yes. Something like that.
Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever.
Yeah, I'd love that. It would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here.
This better be a detail going forward.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Yes, Zaruk. I'm not sure where I'd be without you.
Ahem. So I take it you just. Hey, Tyler Thunder, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Forest of Memories. I'm Zaruk-WindCaller, the Guardian of the Forest. These are my friends, and we are currently playing through Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Sit back,
Hello there.
relax, make yourself at home as we continue voicing and.
Grab a cup?
Yeah, grab a cup of coffee or tea. Enjoy yourself as we continue to voice our way through this game.
And
So-
please don't steal the coffee cup. Everyone else does that.
Yeah, I'm running out. So I take it you've decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde.
It would seem so.
Oh, come on, tell him.
Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet.
They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right?
Of course not.
Well then.
Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to.
Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctors think she's gonna get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have... Now that's just nauseatingly sweet.
Yeah,
Aww.
that is.
Her parents have decided to get married in
my
her room
heart.
with her around.
That's a lovely idea.
I bet little Rose will be. I bet little Rose is thrilled.
She is. Entire party next to her bed. Can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde. Just like that, he promised to take their pictures, pro bono.
That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde.
It's nothing. I could use the experience. So that I can milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures.
Good man.
Sounds like good social redistribution to me.
Right?
So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house, and I've got the job. And I've got my own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while.
Oh, and I just got an achievement called Hyde Leibowitz.
Hang on, write that name in chat.
Yeah, it's
Leibowitz!
Hyde, Hyde, Leibowitz. Leibovitz. I think that's a reference to a photographer.
Leibovitz.
Yep.
Or Leibovitz. Leibovitz.
Mhm.
That's how you'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
Hyde Leibovitz. Interesting name.
See.
All
right.
Serious?
Yes. Yes. Sorry. How's the house coming along?
Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process.
Oh no, the war flash.
But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular.
Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know?
What would a dream house look like for the two of you?
I'm not too sure yet.
But we're not repeating the same mistakes.
A house in the Seattle area.
No endless Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes.
God, no, don't do that.
No.
Finally, so the message from Grand Illusion by Styx is
And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side.
My love.
It's alright. I'm glad we talked it all through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything? In fact, I feel like I just read that last line really awkwardly.
No, it's alright. Continue.
In fact,
I know that feeling.
In fact, Lua's mom told me the same during the wedding.
I didn't know you'd talked about it.
Okay, hold on. Back up for a second. Can we address this? It's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. Thank you. Thank you.
So much, thank you.
I think, okay, I'm pretty sure this is a dying thing at this point, but there used to be this whole thing about how I can't be married to a woman who makes more than me. Who the fuck cares? Money is money. Who cares?
Yep. I mean, the term DINK exists.
What's a dink?
Double income, no kids.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, it's an acronym. Oh.
Damn it. Andrea, of course he's saying that put into my head Spaceballs. Ding,
Also-
ding, 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 ding.
Also,
No, there was a character on a... oh, shoot. What was that? What cartoon was it? They were
I'm now
called the
reminded
DINK.
of this commercial. I forget what it. I forget the full name for like the company of this commercial, but it's like after years we have decided that we will move away from our initial name and we will now shorten it to an acronym. The next time the secretary who's taking the call says, "Hello, welcome to Dingbats."
Yeah, that I remember those, where it was like... just this obscenely long name.
do you mean Dinkelberg from Fairly Odd Parents?
No.
Okay.
No.
Different cartoon.
Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
I'm actually speaking of a,
Doug.
like, a legit.
That was the show.
Oh, Doug.
It was from
Yeah, Doug.
freaking Doug.
Yeah.
Good old Doug.
One of the characters was the Dinks.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. Dink.
And
yeah.
that was kind of their Mr. Dink and Mrs. Dink. And that's what they were.
Double income, no kids. Okay.
Double income, no kids.
And yeah, so
And they had all these toys.
yeah, and Amina is right. Sadly, that's still a thing. It is, but it shouldn't be. Money is money.
Yeah.
Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
I
I mean, my mom was working. She was in the medical corps of the Navy.
Yeah.
There was actually a lot of it did go to paying back certain things,
Yeah.
but there was still a good amount to live on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering that part of the bill was footed by the U.S. military.
Yeah.
Part of our bills were fitted by that.
Yeah, I've seen that honestly on both ends, and it's ridiculous on both sides, you know.
Oh, it is.
Anyway, go ahead, Sirius.
Okay. Don't worry. It went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who was through her job.
Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career.
And yeah, no, that will never be a problem.
I need a moment to shift,
Yeah.
you know?
That will never be a problem to me, Amina, period.
Well, maybe a little.
No, it won't be a problem, Lua. Don't speak for me.
No, not that.
No. It's just the way I said it'll never be a problem. She's like, well, maybe a little. No, it won't. Don't
Slowing
speak.
her career down a little.
I know. I'm just.
But
I'm,
it's
I know,
funny.
I'm messing around. Don't speak for me,
It's
game.
funny.
Yeah,
Don't talk back
when the
to
time
us,
comes.
game.
But thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic.
It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work.
That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing.
Let that stereotype fucking die.
I'm about to have an angry tirade.
Don't look. Contain it. We've only got 20 minutes left. Contain it.
Well,
The legal
no,
man is
no,
about to have an angry rant.
Yeah.
We've decided that when we have
Oh.
kids,
Yeah, there was, well, not in our couple.
Yeah.
I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place.
You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised.
Times are changing and so on.
Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who would have rather stayed home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well.
I think so too.
Mr. Miller.
Mrs. No. Using my family name on you feels wrong.
Aww.
They would throw a fit if they heard you do that.
They absolutely would.
Angry.
So let's do it.
Angry elf noises.
It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway.
As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's.
As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's.
Oh my god.
Why do you get top billing?
Oh god, hide.
Excuse me.
Yeah, did y'all catch his face for a minute?
What?
He looked
Yes,
yeah, he looked like, for that brief moment, like he looked absolutely like a little depressed actually.
Poor guy.
Georgie,
Oh,
what have you posted?
Georgie?
It's I can't watch it. It's a video that you
Are you PNGs?
Oh wait a minute. It's a did he like, I think that's a thing. It's a crafting video he sent to himself.
It looks like a set of earrings.
Yeah, it does. Huh.
They look like ornaments.
Uh-huh.
They do.
Oh, he's getting away. I'm gonna cry, I bet.
Aww.
Seems like Hyde has found a new way forward.
yes, yeah.
I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious.
And a prick.
That too.
And honestly, a bit of a jerk.
Yep.
But now I have learned that he was a jerk with heart of gold.
But he's really quite fragile, isn't he?
There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Preach. Preach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Keanu. Look at Keanu Reeves.
What?
Fair point.
Look at Keanu
Fair
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves
this is going over
Keanu
my
Reeves
head.
Oh, Andrea.
You know, Keanu
Little bit of
Reeves who
advice.
doesn't age.
Yeah, Andrea, compare pictures of Keanu Reeves in The Matrix with Keanu Reeves in the latest John Wick. Subtract the beard.
He has not aged.
Keanu
Well,
He
neither
might
has
have
Joe
aged from,
Coogan.
Yeah,
but not by much.
Well, neither has Joe Kukin, so
Yeah, that's true
what's
too.
your point?
Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time.
Even elves with their only long-ish lives have issues.
I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans. We also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? Yep. The longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get.
Yep.
And if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I have 2 nickels. Which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
If I had a nickel for every time that's happened, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Okay, I now need to hunt down a clip for that for my little.
Yes.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
That makes sense to me.
After hours.
After hours.
I will say, though, mighty happy he's sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, he also makes life a lot more interesting. We just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean.
Yes, we really do.
Hold on.
Yes, we really do.
No, I heard you. Just give me a second. I wanted to do something. Here's,
Zaruk, what are you doing?
hold on.
I half thought he was cooking in the cooking channel.
No. Hold on. Let's see.
If I had a nickel for every time I was doomed by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Behold, Perry the
I think if you were gonna
the
clip,
audio
I think if you were to clip,
clipinator.
The audio clippinator.
I think the best place to cut it is I'd have I'd have 2 nickels.
I'd have, yeah. Let's see.
At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other.
That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked Zaruk from the start. Not that I ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away.
He has been very kind to me. And perceptive about me as well.
Glad he befriended you two. This chat right now is really good.
You're alright too, Gala.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you.
Right back at you. Listen to that. It's pouring rain again.
And
Great.
right on time, it actually does start pouring rain.
It's pouring rain again. That's just what I need. Now everybody's gonna complain about wet dog smell.
Well, no, they just dodged the rain, so it's still dry dog.
Yeah, it's like Sonic. They just run in between the raindrops.
Toho moment.
Yeah, Toho moment.
I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, Bay.
Oh, she's wearing his jacket. I didn't.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, she's wearing his
Yeah.
jacket.
How did you not notice that?
Yeah, because I'm blind and stupid. That's how.
Hang on a moment. I know what to do here.
I will be right back. I need to go downstairs and
Okay.
And eat a sandwich.
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 Yeah.
Sandwich.
Don't worry about me.
I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now.
Only if I get to worry about you too.
You guys are cute. You know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other.
Point taken.
Rainy wings are meant to be good luck anyway.
I've always wondered where that came from. It sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough.
Really? So you don't know?
Don't know what.
Maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it, Zaruk? Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? That's the
I was
one.
thinking it was going to be that.
That's the one.
So wait, where'd Sirius go?
He went downstairs for something.
Oh.
Probably to get sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's why we were saying sandwich.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Andrea.
Yes?
Never change, Andrea.
Yeah, never change. Yeah. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry.
Oh,
but I can give you the short version.
Oh god. Elven epics. Can you imagine?
That's Zaruk.
Yeah.
The Banui just put a thought in the chat. I can't unhear it.
Trackneck Tracknack? You mean Trazen? Like Tracknack. I don't know who Tracknack is. You mean
I don't know Tracknack.
You mean Zinch? Oh, Zinch, the nerd god. Zinch. That's who you mean.
Zinch.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Perry the Space Marine!
Oh no! Get it out, get it out, get it out, out, get it out, get it out.
Get out. Yeah, and like, no, now I'm just, no, that's Trazen.
Thank you, Hop.
No, that's Trazen and his like vast store of collectibles. You can say, a tech priest. Wait, Perry the tech priest. Come to steal all this shit.
And him.
Yeah, and him.
That's the thing. Trazen doesn't just steal all your shit. They steal you too.
Yeah.
He steals you too.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, so I put this Perry right next to my General Creed.
Yeah.
Right next to Creed.
A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. The goddess had many children, but of all her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat outside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When the siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godlings sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them, and they lost their balance.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's a common occurrence.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not a sad story.
All right then.
Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray, just for clarity?
That's gonna help me for sure. I get lost without names.
Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon, and finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to the village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family was quite fond of Aeon by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother the goddess...
That old hag.
Give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken from her.
That reminds me of someone.
I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry, and she told Aeon, get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die, just like your fiancé.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted, Then for many more hours she was despondent and sulked. Then finally, she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands of flowers and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw for the first time in an eternity their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched.
Oh, she's tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
My love, are you tearing up?
Yes, she is. It's nothing.
So's Gala.
It's nothing. Gala is? You're just
Yeah.
really beautiful sometimes.
You're a born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. The bard. The new bard. That was an
A
astonishing...
modern bard.
That was an astonishing rendition of that story.
Yeah, that was epic. And on that bombshell, it is time for me to.
All right,
end.
you
I
have a
must
good
be
one
off,
then, Josiah.
unfortunately.
Have a great night.
Y'all have a good one.
Yep, see ya.
Thank you for coming.
Yep. Well, I'm not going to look at the rain the same way now. It's just a silly legend.
It's not silly at all.
Says every person
And
who's
you're right.
played an
Goddess
SMT
is a
game.
lot better than your mother.
Told you. My history with rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling.
Hot
My
chocolate in
bedroom, when
hand.
I was a little girl, was on the top floor. So I could hear the rainfall at night when I was in my bed. It was great.
I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. Place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. Ah, look, here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now.
I return.
Welcome back. Oof, that's a very wet little guy.
Gala, did he just shake rain all over you?
He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, Zaruk? No, but he's been around a couple of times.
I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then.
Starts licking the coffee cup.
Although he's not especially aggressive either.
Maybe he's adopting the place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too.
Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. Or someone.
If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either.
And there he goes.
Very mysterious. What did I miss?
A cat drank your coffee.
A cat, apparently.
Oh yes, I saw it go. What was that about?
We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything.
I was saying that he might be looking for someone. Perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight. Messengers between worlds, so to speak. You may know something that we don't, or see something we can't see.
Okay, so you're telling us that we need somebody who can read the minds of animals.
We need somebody who can speak cat.
Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually.
No comment.
Ah. Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was that call about?
That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable. As well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors.
Reasonable questions.
I just want floors I can walk on.
Yeah, yeah.
That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration height. I am particular in the sense that I want it to look good.
But he's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. You've seen his car. Jesus! Gala just going for the throat!
He's definitely a werewolf because he's got his teeth clamped around his jaw.
Yeah. It's not, peak design trends.
That car has served me right. Thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around.
I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce.
Why don't you help hide with the decorating then, Gala?
Why indeed?
My job, time.
Your job? Time? I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape.
I'm colorblind. What do you expect?
I'm a lazy interior designer at best. But Gala is an interior designer's waking nightmare.
Not true. I just go for functional things.
That's what people say when they've got no taste.
I mean, that's... Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm just wondering who's got their fangs around whose throat.
Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. Oh, the fan artist would disagree. There's a lot of fan art of these two.
I'm not surprised they have that dynamic. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Oh, these two are being so catty. Also, I saw Lua chuckle.
Yeah.
You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine.
Indeed.
You know, being like this all together when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe and at home. It's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place.
I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like.
I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Zaruk.
Ah, no problem. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority.
Goal very much achieved, then.
That, and also, you all are alright. Sounds like everyone's gonna be busy with our own stuff for a while. But I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week, or a month, or a year, I know it's gonna be a good time.
Cheers to that.
Here, here.
You're all welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to.
I'll definitely pop by to give you news.
And to get Fury remedies.
And to listen on the drama.
Well, we can't wait to welcome you back. Rain stopped.
I think the rain is over.
It'll be back in about 5 minutes.
And we've
This
kept you
is
up for a
Seattle.
while already, Zaruk.
Yeah, we should all use this dry spell to get back home.
like I said, it's Seattle.
Yeah.
Consider the night cold. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes.
All right. Good night, Zaruk.
Good night.
Good night, you two.
Let's go, darling.
Let's. Good night, Zaruk. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights.
No, thank you for everything. Truly.
Have a good rest, Zaruk.
Will do. You guys coming?
Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer.
Hey! What are you doing?
Okay, you over the threshold, of course.
That's on the way into the home, not on the way out of the bar.
I can do both.
You're silly.
Maybe, but I love you.
I love you too.
And Bailey's carried her all the way home.
Yeah, bustling, busy, and a buzz.
Yes.
People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like. To have a chosen hive.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
I think that's a reference. I think that's a reference to the
It
fact.
is.
Yeah, the bartender is. Some people
SCP.
Some people believe the bartender is from the same alien race as Silver and his sister. So, again,
That.
yeah.
Huh. Wait, there's another day?
Yes, because but we're gonna stop here because there's 3 people we haven't finished the story of. We haven't finished.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see.
Heir of American business royalty, disown over choice of wife.
Yeah, that who do you...
Killer algae, the new invasive species.
And then the
Fire director resigns in the wake of
director
shocking leaks.
Resigns in the wake of shocking leaks.
This one's important because disowned over choice of wife. That's Bailey's. Heir of American business royalty. Yeah, that's Bailey's. So.
Huh. And
Anyway.
then the fire director gets fired.
Fired, literally. But anyway, we're gonna stop here. So yes, the last 3 people who we have not done anything with are Georgie, Lucas, and Riona. We haven't heard the end of their stories yet. So they're
Wait,
the
we
last.
I look forward to the
We have
revisit.
not.
Wait,
We
I
have
thought
not.
we did.
No, they still have more to their story. And as a
Well, not Georgie's,
Yeah.
but
and
the
as
other
one,
two.
and as one of my friends told me, there's actually a special guest who visits on the final day of the game, that's what that is. We saved on it. So there's a special guest who arrives at the end. But as always, I appreciate y'all for swinging by. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great
always
night.
a blast here.
All right, y'all have a good one. See ya. Well, that's gonna do it. I hope everybody's had a great day or had a great stream here. I hope you all had fun. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Big thank you for the raids and for all the support you guys gave. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve it, but again, don't tap the sign. You don't have to tap the sign. I know. I don't get to choose who loves and supports me. But we're not going to raid anyone tonight. I'm tired. I want to go chill, and I want to talk to my girlfriend. So with that, it has been a privilege and a pleasure to entertain all of you. I've been Zaruk-WindCaller, and the memories you make in life, good and bad, make you who you are. Don't trade them for anything. And remember, you're good enough just being you. You don't have to be anyone else. Be you, because that's what matters the most. Happy Pride, everybody. Have a great night. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the Goose Game with Draco Nick and the collab. Love you guys. Bye-bye.